line, you can't fold and you can't bend. Y'all be playing it safe and I be going for the win. Remember back when they was doubting on the kid. Now they tuned in cause my game too legit.
Fantasy Headliners Nation. Headliner Nation. Fantasy Headliners for the nation. I'm a headliner. I'm a headliner.
Yeah. Analytics off the chain, all the channels not the same. Jake and Kyle, you know the name. Headliner Nation, we running the game. Y'all stuck on third down. Your content's plain Jane. Headliners on top now. We gonna move and change. Podcast off the rip. Draft guide, so legit. Fantasy world, our game tight. You know we about that chubb life. Stuck in a rut and you need some motivation. Head to the channel for this Headliner Nation.
I'm a headliner.
Yo! I extended that one a little bit.
It was even so loud that I think it like pegged out there for a second because like it went perfectly mute to me.
Oh my gosh.
So hopefully you didn't bust everybody's eardrums.
Well, if I did, we'll just have to repair them with some sweet, sweet whispers tonight.
Yeah, before we get into that and everybody leaves right off the top, welcome to week 4. Kyle, can you believe that the first month of the season is already almost over with? It is October tomorrow, and that is absolutely disgusting.
I
love it from a weather perspective, but it's just crazy how fast it's gone.
I can believe it. It feels like this year feels like it's flying.
Yeah,
I thought about it the other day. I'm like, it's going to be Halloween again soon. We're talking about trick-or-treating. Also,
we gotta find damn costumes.
Dude, for Halloween this year, I said I'm crossing off a bucket list item of me.
What is that?
I have to be the big candy bar house. I've never been the big candy bar house. My entire life, I've always said since I was a little tiny swag, I wanted to be the big candy bar house, and I'm going to do it this year.
Like, you're just going to go, like, all out? Like, do you sit, like, in the driveway or anything? Or are they going to still come to the door? Or?
No, normally we just set it out and tell the kids take one, but this year I'm not going to be able to do that because some whippersnapper is going to steal 55 large-size candy bars.
How many candy bars are you going to have to buy?
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
You should buy a lot.
Not enough for there to be leftovers.
Well, no. I don't ever have any trick-or-treaters at my house, which I guess is a good thing or a bad thing, I guess, however you want to look at it. Nobody ever comes all the way down the street, and I'm, like, down in here at the middle of nowhere by myself. So it is what it is.
What we will have this year is our Halloween episode where we dress up.
Yeah, I got to find a costume.
That we'll have to do.
Yeah, we'll have to figure something out. I was Darth Vader last year. It was way too damn hot.
Whew. All right. We got to talk football, though.
We're going to talk football for like the next 2 hours.
Lots going on. My Detroit Lions repping them tonight. They moved to 3-1 this past week.
I don't like them anymore. I was rooting for them, but I'm not anymore.
I can't do anything about that.
I'm not rooting for them anymore, Kyle.
I can't do anything about that.
I was like a bandwagon fan rooting for them. I just can't do it anymore.
And then tomorrow morning, we have a 9 a.m. kickoff in London, Jacksonville, and Atlanta.
That's a lot less sleep. Okay.
So we got good news is I don't think we're really worried about anyone in that game, correct? Like there's no one fantasy wise that we're like we're gonna have to wake up early to make sure.
For Atlanta, the only one you even care about is Bijan for the most part. I mean, unless you're totally desperate and thinking about Drake London. So we know Bijan's good. For Jacksonville, we know we're just hoping that Trevor Lawrence can bounce back. Travis Etienne should be good. Calvin Ridley Christian Kirk, and Evan Ingram. Like, no questions really there. We kind of know where they're sitting. So that's a good thing, at least. At least we don't have to wake up even earlier to make sure we have to have somebody in the game or out. So that part is great.
That part's good. That could have been really, really bad.
Yeah.
Let's answer some questions, though.
Okay, I guess so. I guess we could do that.
We're going to get rolling here. Rolando.
Is it Ronaldo or Rolando?
Rolando. I said,
Okay.
Didn't you hear my L's? La, 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 la,
I mean, I don't know, dude. You've had a lot of vowels and consonants in there.
Rolando.
No.
What's up, OGs? He's becoming a member for the third month tonight. Half PPR need 3 wide receivers from this list. Mims, Dotson, Palmer, Quentin Johnston, Mingo, Shaheed, Jordan Addison. Pick 3. Jordan Addison's going to be 1, maybe not.
Yep,
1?
yep, for sure.
Who are going to be the other 2 then?
Man, none of them are going to be safe whatsoever. You're probably going to, since you're going to be gambling anyway, I'll go with Josh Palmer as the second one. And if you really want to be spicy, you go Mims in a great matchup against a horrible Bears defense. If you want to play it maybe a little bit safer, you can go Jahan Dotson, but the guy just isn't getting much volume right now.
Let's go to Chris all in a full PPR league. Let's start 2 wide receivers and 1 flex. Derrick Henry, Kyron Williams, Alvin Kamara, Miles Sanders. That's so many flexes to start.
That's way too many flexes. We haven't even had a chance to warm up.
At running back, Miles Sanders, Calvin Ridley, C.J. Lamb, Michael Pittman, or Nico Collins. He started Aaron Jones on Thursday Night Football. For the flex, I'm picking Derrick Henry. I think he's a top 5 running back this week.
I don't hate that whatsoever, which means we need 2 other
wide receivers.
CeeDee Lamb will be one of them.
Okay.
I mean, I know it's not a great matchup going up against New England, but do you really want to get too cute and sit CeeDee Lamb? I don't know. I think if you want to play it a little bit safer after that, you go with Michael Pittman, being that you're already kind of in the hole a little bit with Aaron Jones, kind of put up a dud there on Thursday, maybe a higher ceiling, maybe Calvin Ridley if you wanted to gamble.
All right, Matt Mason needs a wide receiver and a flex. Mike Evans, DJ Moore, Sutton. I'm going to assume Cortland Sutton. Kareem
Only one I know.
Hunt, Kyron Williams, or Christian Kirk. Jones was a dud, so I'll need some upside in a full PPR. So a wide receiver and a flex. We're putting Kyron Williams in the flex, right? Not the greatest matchup in the world. However, he's getting all the volume in the world right now.
Yeah, he's probably the better flex there. Hopefully he can find himself some couple short touchdowns. But, I mean, when you're talking about wide receiver, Mike Evans has been absolutely balling out. But the only thing people want to talk about this week with Mike Evans is his matchup with Marshawn Lattimore and how in the past Lattimore's kind of gotten the better of Mike Evans. I get that. We still have to worry about Baker Mayfield, who's playing decent football at the quarterback position for sure. Mike Evans is a gamble. DJ Moore is a gamble, right? Not so much because of DJ Moore, but because of that Bears offense. But they're going up against Denver, and Denver gave up 70 last week. So, I mean, that defense is absolutely horrible. If it's my team, I'm a gambler. I love to gamble. I love to shoot for the upside. I'll go with DJ Moore. I'll go DJ Moore in that great matchup.
All right, we're going with DJ Moore as the wide receiver. And we said Kyron Williams. We agreed there for the flex, correct?
The flex.
Sloth wants to know Hubbard if Sanders is out or Kelly. If it's a full PPR, I would actually probably lean to Hubbard here over Kelly. I don't know if I can do another week of Kelly.
I mean, I was just going to say, I don't want to be rude, Kyle. I'm not one to come on here. I never trash players, but Josh Kelly just ain't it, dude. Like, he just ain't got it.
He showed up in week 1, hasn't done anything since then, though.
Yeah, I mean, he just has had all this opportunity and hasn't done anything. I'll take Hubbard over Sanders Hubbard over Kelly if Sanders is out.
Mr. Collins with the 5 bomb. Need 2, Jamar Chase, Amari Cooper, Puka, Tutu Atwell, or T-Bell.
Who the hell is T-Bell?
I was hoping you would know.
I got nothing. Anyway, I wouldn't choose whoever T-Bell maybe it's supposed to be
You think that's supposed to be Tank
Dell? It may be supposed to be Tank Dell.
The D and the B are not anywhere near each other on the keyboard, though.
That's a problem, but you never know. We've seen a lot worse autocorrects, Kyle.
Doom.
Okay, so it doesn't say if it's PPR or not. But Jamar Chase has a great matchup going up against Tennessee, and we saw Joe Burr last week be limited in his mobility and just continually to check it down to Chase. So I'm going to go with Jamar Chase. Amari Cooper is dealing with an injury to his quarterback in Deshaun Watson. They've elevated P.J. Walker. Deshaun Watson saying he's going to play. He's still a question. A lot of if right there. But Puka, if this is a full PPR, would be my number 2 guy going up against the Indianapolis Colts. So for right now, I'm guessing that this is some type of PPR scoring. I'm going to go chasing Puka Nacua.
All right, Max Skills wants to know who should he start in the flex? James Cook, Nico Collins, Alvin Kamara, or Devon Achane?
I know he said
Not
Achane.
Achane.
I know, but it's so much cooler, Achane. I know he came out and said it himself, but man, Achane was so much cooler. I would
We
have
could
just let
have
it
called
go.
him A-Chain, 2 Chains.
Could have total missed opportunity.
Isn't that a rapper,
Kyle.
2 Chains?
2 Chains. Yeah, I don't
it?
think you know anything about 2 Chains.
I'm not up with the lingo today.
I didn't think you were. Man, I like actually all 4 of these options. I mean, what do we expect from Alvin Kamara in his very first week back with potentially probably no Derek Carr? We don't really know though, right? Like we don't. I don't.
I'm trying not to be biased here because I would have already answered and just said James Cook, to be honest with you.
That's what I was going to go anyway. I think James Cook is probably the safest option of all of them. He's got that 10-point floor, which I think won't kill your team one way or another.
CJ, who dat? In a PPR, fix my lineup. Quarterback is AR-15.
We're good.
Wide receiver 1 is Keenan Allen. Wide
Good.
receiver 2 is Olave.
Good.
Running back 1 is CMC. Running
Good.
back 2 is Romandre.
Okay.
Tight end is Hawk.
Okay.
Flex is Jerome Ford.
Okay.
Gabe Davis, Terry McLaurin, Christian Kirk, Quentin Johnson, and Josh Downs on the bench. I like everything except Jerome Ford. If you're wanting to get a little bit more spicy with it being a PPR league, and given the fact that the Bills and the Marlins what?
Marlins aren't playing
What?
tomorrow, Kyle.
What?
Nope.
I'm going to a baseball game tomorrow, so I'm just trying to be in that mindset. And the Dolphins are going to put up like 70 points each. Wouldn't that be a game?
That would be.
I'm going to go with Gabe Davis tomorrow.
That's
over
where I was going to go
Jerome
too.
Ford.
I think he has an opportunity for 3 straight weeks with a touchdown.
Addison, Pickens, Josh Palmer. Choose 2 in a standard league. I would love to go Josh Palmer. I don't think I can do it this week, though.
It's because
Especially with those options.
we've been burned by Josh Kelly, right? On the same damn team. So maybe there's just something against
The
Joshes in
Joshes,
LA.
man.
I just don't know if we can trust the Joshes. Standard league there for King Lapo. Yeah, I'm going to go with the other 2 as well. I'm going to go Addison and Pickens for the win.
Scott Daigle, should Steve trade Kamara for Gibbs in a full PPR? That message is from Scott, though, so I don't know who Steve is.
Who the hell is Steve?
Hey, Scott, I'm more than willing to answer a question for you. Tell Steve to suck it, though.
Yeah,
Tell
we
Steve
don't-
to get his own super chat.
Yeah, tell Steve to send in his own damn donation.
But
okay?
we'll answer this one anyway.
Yeah.
Trade Kamara for Gibbs in a full PPR. There's part of me that says I don't hate that. There's
I do it
part of me
right
that
now.
says I don't hate that.
But I've turned into a hater of the Lions. So yeah, why they would spend an
I
early
probably
round,
don't, but I wouldn't hate it either.
I would do it because right now you have a team that spent an early round draft pick on a running back that they could have filled that role in the 3rd, 4th, 5th round, and they're not even giving the guy the football. David Montgomery coming off of an injury and gets 30 plus touches. Give me Kamara and let's see what can happen.
There we go. But he would be trading Kamara for Gibbs. So are you keeping Kamara?
I'm keeping Kamara. I want
Okay.
the Kamara side.
Matthias, should I start Tank Dell over Amari Cooper considering Deshaun Watson's injury in a full PPR?
I don't hate that. If you want to play it a little bit safer, Tank Dell is just racking up targets right now, so I don't hate that.
Matt Walters in a half PPR, A-Rich or Strode?
I'm looking. I got Anthony Richardson 3 spots higher right now.
Austin, 7153. Have we seen Kelsey's profile on Sleeper?
Yes, it's,
Yes, we
it's
have.
Taylor Swift.
So Eddie, becoming a member for the 4th month. So Eddie,
What's
thanks so
Sweaty?
much. Huh?
Something sweaty? Is that what you said?
No, So Eddie,
Oh, sweaty.
not Shweddy.
Sweaty.
Not
That's
sweaty
what
balls.
it is. Okay, I got you.
So Eddie, becoming a member for the 4th
Sweaty.
month.
What a
Trojan, 3659. If Deshaun Watson is out, we need to pick one. Howell,
It's got to be Sam Howell.
OWL.
My dogs are going to go crazy. I better not do that.
Young or Winston? We got to go with Sammy H, right?
I mean, I don't love it going against Philadelphia, but out of those options, yeah, I'm probably am.
Jose Toscano. Who should I start in my flex? Javonte Williams or Garrett Wilson? Williams, I believe, is by far the safest option this week.
Yeah, I mean, Garrett Wilson every week is going to come down to a missed tackle or a defender falling
Or does he score?
Yeah, like that. It's going to happen because it's not going to be because of the play of Zach Wilson. So even though Javonte Williams hasn't done much, he's still safer.
If you're chasing points, though, you probably got to go with Garrett Wilson and hope that he just breaks a big play.
Yep.
Thromboy with the $10 donation. Thromboy, I have your football packaged up. I just haven't had a chance to ship it yet. I'll get that done early this week. What up, headliners? Standard League, pick 2. Palmer, Tank Dell, Michael Thomas, D-Hop, Pickens, or Akers.
How many do we need? 2 of them?
2 of them. I feel like it's between 3, and it's Tank Dell, Michael Thomas, and Pickens.
Yes, I would
Are you
agree with
considering DeAndre Hopkins?
that. No, not with all the
Okay.
injuries. Not with all the injuries. I'm probably going Tank Dell for the volume, and I'll go George Pickens for the upside. Because here's the thing is, and maybe you've noticed it, Kyle, maybe you haven't, maybe the people have, it seems like when they force feed the ball to George Pickens, he makes big plays happen. The problem is they don't do it often enough, which is absolutely crazy to me. But I'm going to go with Pickens as the second option there after Tank Dell.
All right, Henry Lopez. Just glad to see that you're on Pickens train now. Henry Lopez.
Took an injury, Kyle. It took an injury.
The 10-team. 10-team bonus league, full PPR, extra points for 40-yard run and receptions. He has Hurts, AJ Brown, and Devontae Smith stacked together. He needs a flex. Olave, Ayuk, or Pickens. I feel like I'm going Olave here. Without knowing about Debo, I'm not really buying into Ayuk over
the other 2. Yeah, I still probably go Olave as well.
Dustin Kane, Ayuk, or Dell is the wide receiver 2.
I think if you want to play it safer, it's Tank Dell. He gives you the safer floor. The higher ceiling, probably going to be Brandon Ayuk, especially if Debo doesn't play. We just don't know that yet.
Sowetti, hey guys, not Shwetty. Sowetti, should I risk it and start Johnston over Garrett Wilson in a non-PPR? I'm not willing for that. I'm not willing to risk that.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Austin traded Madison for Jacobs, T's and P's. I don't know what T's and P's means.
Thoughts and prayers.
Thoughts and prayers? Oh, I love it. I don't even need to pray for you. No.
Yeah. No, that's great. The fact that you got rid of Madison and now he gets to be inefficient with Cam Akers, perfect.
Yo, everyone, hit that like button for us. 945 people watching right now. We only have 183 likes. I need y'all to tap that like button for me.
We need Moss.
Cliff. Pick 1 in a full PPR league. Alvin Kamara, Brian Robinson, Tank Dell, Jerry Jeudy, Terry McLaurin. For me personally, if I want to play it safe, it's Brian Robinson. But since it's a full PPR and I don't love Robinson's matchup, Tank Dell's the upside for me.
I agree with you, especially since it's a full PPR.
On the same page. Lamara. Don't feel good about Debo and Stevenson. I've got Tank Dell, Kirk, Thielen, and Jeudy. Choose 2 and rank all 4, please. Standard scoring. Also, hello. Hello, Lamara.
Hello.
So choose 2 and rank all 4 between Tank Dell, Kirk, Thielen, and Jeudy. It's in that order for me, I think.
Tank Dell, Kirk, Thielen, Jeudy. Yes. I agree.
Going
That's
in that
the order. Yep.
More upside, Jeudy over Thielen. If you need more upside, then Jeudy over Thielen since it's standard scoring.
Do we think that Adam Thielen has a great revenge game against his prior team in Minnesota? I would much rather love it if Andy Dalton was under center than Bryce Young. Yeah. But I do see them trying to get him a touchdown this weekend.
Yeah. Jerry Medina becoming a member for the 12th month. Jerry, appreciate you for being around for a year now. Dirty B. Full PPR. Ayuk or Flowers? I'm starting Lamar. I'm still going to go Ayuk here.
I'm going Ayuk there. I don't trust Zay Flowers against the Cleveland defense.
TPB is Rick. Pick 1 running back. Achane, Stevenson, Kyron Williams. I'm pretty sure I have Stevenson, Williams, Achane in that order.
I mean, yes, all of them have some sort of a risk, right? But I think I'm probably going to lean towards Stevenson as well.
And then a flex between Ayuk, Tank Dell, and Christian Kirk.
Well, that one sucks. It doesn't say if this is full PPR or not. If this is full PPR, I go Tank Dell. If this is half PPR or standard, I probably lean towards Brandon Ayuk.
And then we need a tight end between Evan Ingram and Kittle. Ingram I have over Kittle this week.
There you go.
Love you guys. TBB. Love you too, forehead kisses. Jeremy Wilson trades Stevenson for Lawrence. My current quarterback is Stafford, but could pick up Stroud from waivers. Thanks. If this is a one quarterback league, absolutely not.
Don't trade a running back for a quarterback in a one quarterback league.
And if you can pick up Stroud to be your backup, you might as well just pick up Stroud then.
Yep.
Ryan Gilbert, I need a flex. Christian Kirk, Isaiah Pacheco, or Jerry Jeudy.
Man, I'm probably going to gamble and go with Christian Kirk here. Don't love the London games, but I'm going to go with Christian Kirk. Even though Jerry Judy's got a great matchup, I mean, you got guys like Marvin Mims and Cortland Sutton still in that mix too. So
Jerry Medina. All right, Kyle and Jake in a PPR need a wide receiver and a flex. Who do I start? D-Hop, Tank Dell, Herbert, or Algier? Thanks. Tank Dell's going to be one of those guys for sure.
Yep.
All right.
He'll be the wide receiver.
For the wide receiver, absolutely. I don't know if I'm starting D-Hop over Algier or Herbert, but I don't love Algier. Herbert has a really good matchup, though.
Yep. And I think that he may have the safer floor. I just don't know if he has a very high ceiling.
Yeah. He still has the starting job over Roshan Johnson right now. He hasn't done anything to lose
Even though
that.
Roshan looks pretty freaking good.
He does. Ricky with the 20 bomb. All
Boom.
PPR, looking for upside. Question 1, flex. DJ Moore, Josh Palmer, or Roshan Johnson?
Upside, I'm still going DJ Moore against that defense.
Safety, Roshan Johnson?
Safety, yes, but he says he
Okay.
needs the upside.
I wanted to ask anyway.
Fine.
Question 2, Gerald Everett or Kyle Pitts? I still have Kyle Pitts higher this week.
Hashtag never Pitts in the comment section.
Hashtag never Pitts unless we have to because the tight end position
Hey.
sucks so much. We really don't have any better options.
Everybody throw a hashtag stinky Pitts in the chat.
Hashtag stinky Pitts. So are you going Gerald Everett over Kyle Pitts?
No, probably not.
Okay.
But, it was just, I don't ever want to start Kyle Pitts.
Could I see Gerald Everett having a big game? Yes. There's a chance that they use him in the slot a little bit more this week with Mike Williams being down. I'm just not willing to bank on that and see what happens. I just because
Pitts buck.
But here's the thing too. Out of Kyle Pitts' 3 career NFL touchdowns, 1/3 of them, or 33%, have been in London.
There you
Ladies
go.
and gentlemen, the Whisperer has whispered Kyle Pitts tomorrow. And then sit one between Zach Moss, Achan, or Mike Evans.
I don't think we can sit Zach Moss as of right now. Right? There's just too much volume there.
Yep. Even though it probably will go down with A-Rich being back tomorrow. Let's just keep that in mind, everybody.
Somewhat, yes. That means we have Mike Evans and Marshawn Lattimore, or we have Devon Achan, I guess is how you say it now, going up against Buffalo, splitting the touches with Raheem. I'm now a must-start Mostert. I think the safer floor probably is still Mike Evans, but if it's me...
He needs upside. It's got to be Achan, right?
It's got to be, dude. I mean, the guy's got... We just saw his ceiling last week, and it was ridiculous.
And then question 4 for the flex, Pittman, Stevenson, or Tank Dell? All PPR.
I think if it's full PPR, I think Tank Dell's still the safest. You want to shoot for a little bit higher, then it'll be Pittman.
2 questions in the flex. Josh Downs or Joshua Kelly? I'm still going to go Kelly over Josh Downs.
I mean, Josh Downs saw a huge uptick in targets recently, but that's with Gardner Minshew under center. So now Gardner Minshew's gone, Anthony Richardson's back. The target share is going to probably go a little bit heavier towards Michael Pittman, so I probably lean towards Josh Kelly too.
And then question 2 is Josh Kelly or Jalen Hyatt? I don't even think Jalen Hyatt has one target yet this season.
He does, I think. He does.
Does he?
But not very many. Yes, he's very
I'm going
few.
Joshua Kelly over Hyatt.
Yeah, probably for right now. I mean, if Jalen Hyatt scores points, it's going to be off like one big play. Kelly's at least going to get, at least decent touches.
CJ Houdat and a half PPR fits my lineup for me. QB Lamar, wide receiver Chase, wide receiver Adams, wide receiver Palmer, running back Javonte, tight end Ingram, flex Kyron. We've got Addison, Damian Pierce, Shaheed, Joshua Kelly, and Danny Dimes on the bench. Addison is safer for me than
Over
what Josh Palmer
Palmer.
is.
Yeah, the floor is probably safer on Addison. I would agree with that. I don't know if the ceiling is any higher because we know Justin Jefferson's going to take the top off of everything. But I think if it's my team, personally, I'm probably going Addison over Palmer. As a safety, if you want to shoot for that higher upside, then you keep Palmer in there and hope that he can get a big play in that matchup.
Roughneck Raider is in a sticky situation. Let's go ahead.
I didn't do it, Kyle.
Let's grab him a towel here real quick.
I didn't do it.
Start Brian Robinson or Pacheco in the flex. I'm going Brian Robinson there.
Okay.
His other starting running backs is Ford and K9. Do you start Pacheco over Ford? I know I don't think I have Pacheco over Ford, but I'm pretty sure it's close.
I mean, Ford's got the Baltimore defense. Pacheco's got the Jets defense on Sunday Night Football in New York with them having to force the ball to Kelsey because Taylor Swift is there again. We saw last week that Jerick McKinnon started getting a lot of looks around the goal line. They got CEH involved, and then Pacheco got a little bit there. I mean, I think the safety probably leans towards Ford due to the injury to Watson. But
I have Jerome Ford at 30, Pacheco at 31.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I probably lean towards Ford by a hair.
All right. Ready to roll a little bit quicker? We warmed up? Feeling good?
Sure. Yeah.
Vocals are warm?
Hold on.
All right.
We're good.
Abiduda. Can you rate... That's what it says.
Oh, I thought you were like getting us going. Like, I don't know. This is, my bad.
Oh my gosh!
You were, like,
Can you rate my lineup for week 4? Quarterback is Love. Running back Walker and ETN. Wide receivers Chase and Olave. Nico and Javonte in the flex. Goddard at tight end. London, Elijah Moore, Algier, and Charbonnet and Downs on the bench. If I had to, I'd give it a solid B+.
Yeah, I mean that's a solid B all day long.
Paul D in a half PPR. Chark or Garrett? I'm assuming Garrett Wilson. I'm starting Garrett Wilson.
I'm guessing it's Garrett Wilson, yes.
And then Javonte Williams or Kamara, I'm going with Javonte Williams.
Too good of a matchups to ignore.
Leandre becoming a member for the 7th month. Thanks so much for being around for so long, Leandre. I'm starting Mike Evans and Puka. I'm torn between Michael Pittman and DJ Moore at the flex. Who should I start? DJ Moore for the upside, Pittman for the floor?
Yes, I agree.
Boom, nailed it. E-Man. So I need 2 running backs and a flex in a full PPR. Bijan, Jacobs, Henry, Kamara, James Cook, Kyron Williams. That's a lot of running backs. Puka, Mike Evans, Olave, 8-man league. Drop anyone for Ayuk. He's a free agent. I'm not dropping any of those guys.
Yeah, I mean, I want Ayuk for sure.
For Brandon Ayuk.
That's just a crazy loaded team.
My 2 highest ranked running backs are Bijan and Henry. And then if you want some upside, go with Jacobs. But James Cook is probably going to be safer than him this week. Those would be my 3.
Yep.
Austin. Have Justin Fields and Brock Purdy. Have Debo and DJ Moore. Starting Purdy, but if Debo sits... Do I pivot to Fields for the stack with Moore? You don't need to pivot to the stack there.
I wouldn't be... No.
Yeah.
Don't worry about the stack.
Corey Olson, do you think Jonathan Taylor plays next week? No, I don't.
I don't think so either. If he does, if he's active, it's not going to be for very much.
And your thoughts on Lawrence going forward? Jake talked about him in a video this week. It'll be fine.
Yeah, I mean, tons of bad luck in Jacksonville. They've had multiple touchdowns called back. They've had multiple big-time penalties. Just some bad luck here to start the season.
Zen Rebel Studios in a 12-team PPR, wide receiver 2, Kirk or Elijah Moore. I'm going to go Christian Kirk there.
So am I.
1 flex, Achan, Zach Moss, Elijah Moore, Christian Kirk, based on the wide receiver 2 decision. Thank you. I'm going to go Zach Moss still there if you want to play it safe.
Just too much volume. Yep, too much volume to turn down.
Ethan, not the Doc Hunt, becoming a member for the 25th month. What up? Love you guys. Ethan, love you too. 4 kisses. Go Giants. That's debatable. Deshaun becoming a member for the 23rd month. Deshaun, appreciate you. Lost Chubb and Williams. When is it time to panic on Dotson? Jahan Dotson? Close.
I mean, here's the thing, though, is he was drafted so late that he really shouldn't be hurting your team. He was more of like a high upside guy later in drafts in the double-digit rounds or so. And so far, they haven't thrown the ball down the field. So can you panic? You can probably start to move on from Dotson, but I wouldn't panic because hopefully you weren't reliant on him.
Thoughts about Kadarius Toney the rest of the season? Too many guys getting volume there.
Yep, not interested.
Keep Miami running back Jeff Wilson for a dart throw. I'm not.
Nope, I'm not either.
David Weitzel, start 2 wide receivers. Dell, Lamb, Ayuk, in a full PPR. Dell and Lamb.
Yep, agreed.
Boom. Leandre, Anthony Richardson, and Lamar Jackson this week. Lamar.
I believe I have Lamar barely higher because he's going up against that Cleveland defense.
Nailed it. Ricky, appreciate you guys answering my ticket. I had like 10 questions for my 12 leagues, and y'all helped me out. Ricky, we appreciate you. Thank you for utilizing the ticket system as an MVP. No, as a full. No, as an excessive. Chubb. I went through like every single one of our tiers that we've had, even back to Patreon, before I actually got that there. AP Zibby, rough start 0-3, need a late push. It's still an early push right now. It's still early in the season.
Yeah.
Traded Ford for Waller in a PPR.
I like it.
I have Eckler, Kamara, Mostert, Madison, and Zach Moss, Javonte, Achan, and Goddard. Thoughts? I mean, that's fine, because if Goddard doesn't pick it up soon, you have Waller who's getting a decent amount of targets, and you could have moved him anyway.
Yep. I like that you got Waller for Ford. I think a lot of people have jumped off the Waller bandwagon too early. Mm-hmm. I mean, dude, think about the first few weeks of the season. He played in a huge rainstorm week 1 and had San Francisco in week 3. He produced in week 2 against Arizona. So, I mean, too many people putting too much stock in those 2 bad games.
You Kidding with a $5 donation. Appreciate you Kidding. Thanks so much for the support. Superfish with a 10 bomb and a non-PPR have Hurts, Bijan, Pollard, Swift, Kyron, Pacheco, Kamaro, Achan, Algier, Ridley, Christian Watson, which doesn't matter because he already played, George Pickens, Laporta. Need 1-for-1 trade ideas to get a wide receiver. Grade team. Superfish, appreciate the donation. We can't answer that question for you. We can't just give you trade this guy for that guy or that guy for this guy. We don't know the rosters in your league. We don't know if guys available. We don't know if we could say, hey, run out there and offer Kamara for, I don't know, give me a Calvin Ridley. You already have Calvin Ridley, but we'll say it anyway. If the Calvin Ridley owner doesn't need a running back, it's not going to do you any good to offer that anyway. So we appreciate the donation, but we can't give you any trade ideas just based off this. Now,
one thing I can say is you have so many running backs that I am not opposed to moving 2 of those guys to get an upgraded wide receiver. As long as you keep Bijan, Pollard, you could even just say Swift or Kamara. You still have Pacheco, Achan, Algier. I mean, even Kamara. See if somebody wants to buy high before maybe he has a bad game this week and you can get something for him early because you don't really need him.
As far as grading your team, I would say that's a B. There's definitely some room for you to make some adjustments and get some more upside. I would say it's a B there for me so far.
Yeah, and if you can upgrade a wide receiver, get a little bit more depth, it'll definitely improve.
Brent Shin with the 10 bomb. Need help after 3 duds on Thursday. Jones, Gibbs, and Musgrave. Ayuk or Kamara? Well, it sounds like you need upside. Go Ayuk there.
Yep.
Asen Ramirez says Aaron Jones screwed him this week. I get why Aaron Jones screwed you, but if you were an Aaron Jones owner, you weren't sitting him. Like there's not enough depth at the running back position right now, and there's not enough healthy guys that anybody that was relying on Aaron Jones was not putting them in his lineup no matter what this week. So I get why you're frustrated by it, but if you were to go back, every single person would make the same decision again. Yeah. Need a flex to help me make up the points. Moss, Sanders, Lockett, Wilson, Myers, and Gabe Davis. I mean, for the best safety and upside, I'm probably still going to go Moss here. I don't know if I could risk Gabe Davis over Moss.
Yep. I mean, doesn't say if this is
Davis
PPR.
Has more upside. It doesn't.
I mean, this may sound totally crazy, but Jacoby Myers is averaging 18 fantasy points a game right now, and he's got a matchup going up against the Chargers, who allow almost 50 points a game to wide receivers. So it's kind of like a Hail Mary shot, but if you're looking for it, the biggest issue there is Jimmy G is not going to be playing. So we really don't know what to expect from Jacoby Myers. If you'd rather just play it somewhat safer, then Moss is probably your pick.
Ricky, Miami Dolphins by 20 since we don't have Detroit. That'll work. I'll take that. Christian Campos, hey, Jake and Kyle, need 2 for the flex spot and a half PPR. Mostert, Madison, Ford, Addison, DJ Moore, and Achan. Are we going Mostert and DJ Moore there?
Yeah, probably. In the 2 flex spots. Yeah, we can't sit Mostert right now, even though it's a difficult matchup. DJ Moore has a little bit higher upside. Addison is safer potentially, but if it's me, I'm probably going with Moore.
Austin 7153, no advice needed, just love you guys. Austin, appreciate you. Sapper, Russ or Big Rich the rest of the season? Give me Anthony Richardson the rest of the season.
Rest of season, yes. I like Russell this week against Chicago in that defense, but rest of season it's Anthony Richardson.
It's scrolled.
We got E-Man up next. His full PPR need 1 running back and 1 flex. We got Mostert, Ford, Tank Dell, Madison, Kamara, Miles Sanders. You have Josh Kelly, Josh Palmer, and Kenneth Gainwell as well. But yeah, we hear you on that one. So for the 1 running back, I think we're going to say it's going to be Raheem. I must start Mostert. For your flex play in a full PPR, I'm going to say if you want to play it safer, it's Tank Dell. If you want to gamble, then you go Alvin Kamara.
You want to go back and forth here?
Sure.
Do you want super chats or live chat?
I'll do whichever one you don't want to do, Kyle.
I asked you.
I'll do super chats.
Okay, I'll do live chat then. You're on Peter NYC sitting on his golden throne from New York.
I wonder if Peter, we haven't talked about his throne for a while, but we appreciate you and your donation there, Peter. Says, hey guys, Nico Collins or Garrett Wilson, full PPR, another league, pick 2 out of Sutton, Myers, or Godwin, also full PPR, thank you. So for the first one, Nico or Garrett Wilson, I'm going to go with Nico. The other league picking 2 out of Sutton, Myers, and Godwin, because we really don't know what to expect from Myers with no Jimmy G. Give me Sutton and Godwin.
Is it time to drop Joshua Kelly, Phantom Purgatory? I mean, I can't drop him right now with Austin Eckler still being hurt. If for some reason he were to re-aggravate his injury and take a little bit more time, we're going to want Kelly in our back pocket with bye weeks coming up pretty soon. No, I'm not dropping him right now just in case.
We have Jose Toscano. Says, should I start T-Law or Geno? I still have T-Law a few spots higher this week.
Drop Kelly ASAP. Again, no reason to do that right now unless you absolutely need to. Should we trade for JT? If yes, how much should we give up for him? I'm not trading for JT right now unless someone's going to offer him to me for the bottom of bottomest players.
Yeah, like the bottom of your bench stuff, and that's probably not going to happen. Mm-hmm. Sam Reed with his first super chat ever on the channel. Appreciate you, Sam. It says, Kamara, Achan, or Pierce, who should I start? I don't know if you need just 1, 2, or what, but let me put them in order here for you. As of right now, if this is a PPR style scoring, I'm going to go Kamara, Achan, Pierce. If it's standard, I'm just going to switch Pierce and Achan.
Mitchell, Derrick Henry, Zach Moss, Kyron Williams, Damian Pierce start 3. Henry, Moss, and Williams are my top 3 there.
Briz, I see you out there. Appreciate you. Says Achan or Najee. Najee's almost at that point in my season 2 where I'm just not interested. All they do is take this guy and run him up the middle 13 times a game. There's no passing work. It's very vanilla. For right now, let's gamble. I'm going Achan.
Noah, Calvin Ridley, or Raheem Mostert. If you need the upside, it's Calvin Ridley. If you want to play it safe, it's Raheem Mostert.
Glenn Smith becoming a member for the 14th month and a half PPR. Jerry Jeudy, Chris Godwin, or Tyler Algier. You already have Bijan in a half PPR. I'm probably going to gamble there and go with Jerry Jeudy and look for some added volume in that great matchup against Chicago.
In a full PPR, Jacoby or Flowers? I'm going to go Jacoby Myers there. I'm not risking Flowers against the Cleveland defense.
Nope. Andrew Stott. Andrew S., we're going to say. Need a lot of help. Pick 3 in a full PPR. We got Jacoby Myers, Christian Kirk, DJ Moore, Jerry Jeudy, Breece Hall, or Miles Sanders. In a full PPR, I'm going Christian Kirk, I'm going DJ Moore, and I'm going Jerry Jeudy. Would love to start Jacoby Myers, but without Jimmy G, it's hard to.
Calvin Ridley or T. Higgins from the Prometheu. I'm going to go Calvin Ridley this week. Still, just being careful with T. Higgins with Joe Burrow still being banged up a little bit.
Mark McDonald. Need a wide receiver, running back, and a flex out of Achan, Pacheco, Moore, Nico, and Gabe Davis. I'm guessing that's DJ Moore. I don't know if it's DJ Moore or Elijah Moore. If it's Elijah Moore, I'm not interested. If it's DJ Moore, I'm going to say for your wide receiver, I'm going with Nico. For your running back, I'm going with Achan. And for your flex, If that is DJ Moore, I'll go DJ Moore. If it's not DJ Moore, then I'm going Gabe Davis.
Corey Jones, flex, PPR, Dell, Moster, or Kamara. Since it's a full PPR league, if you want to try and shoot for a little bit more upside, going with Tank Dell, that's fine. Mostert's probably going to be a little bit more safer with the volume, though.
Deontay Holland. Do I wait for the Debo decision, or do I play Zay Flowers, B. Rob, or Michael Thomas? Honestly, that's one of the late afternoon games tomorrow. If it's me, I probably play it a little bit safer. If we haven't heard by the time these other games kick off, then I will probably go elsewhere, and I'll probably go with Brian Robinson.
Dante, is this a good trade? I gave up Herbert and Addison and got Trevor Lawrence, Laporta, and Jacobs. My running backs are Montgomery, Madison, Hunt, Warren, lost Chubb, and Dobbins. I absolutely love that trade for you, and it's not even close.
I don't mind it either. What about Lit Nick, though? Lit Nick gifted 5 memberships to the nation. Hopefully everybody thanked Lit Nick in the chat. Christian Campos also dropping a 10 bomb. Half PPR, had Chubb, sad emoji. So trying my best with running backs. I have Walker as your number 1, which is great. At the moment, you have Aaron Jones on the bench. Need a running back 2 and a flex spot out of Mostert, Madison, Kyron, Pacheco, Addison, and Nico. For your running back 2, I'm going to go with Mostert. For your 2 flex spots, I will go with the safety first of Kyron Williams, and then as your number 2 flex spot, the added upside of Nico Collins.
Malik, 1227, is Kyron Williams a buy or a sell? I wouldn't necessarily call him a buy because it depends on how much you'd have to give up to get him. If you own him, though, I'm not actively looking to sell him. He's getting more snaps than almost any running back in football right now. I mean, I think last week he played 100% of the running backs. It was like 98, 99% of the running back snaps or something crazy like that. And he even played a few times on special teams. I'm keeping Kyron Williams. He's getting way too much volume right now.
Gabe Mendez becoming a member for the 11th month. Should I trade James Conner and Hollywood Brown for either Josh Jacobs or Ramondre Stevenson, and then flex Addison or Michael Thomas? 12-team full PPR. Thank you as always. So the first thing, trade Conner and Hollywood for either Jacobs or Stevenson. Honestly, I don't know what other wide receiver depth you have. I'm not on the bandwagon, season long anyway, of James Conner and Hollywood Brown. So I'm all for grabbing Josh Jacobs if possible. His schedule is going to get easier. Flex Addison or Michael Thomas. If you want to play it safe, it's Michael Thomas. If you're looking for a little bit added upside, then it becomes Jordan Addison. But yeah, overall, I don't mind that trade. I think I like Jacobs a little bit more than Stevenson rest of season, though.
Bill, in a standard scoring, we got to sit 1. Ayuk, Mostert, Metcalf, and Smith. I'll tell you, if you're looking for upside, if you need the most upside possible, I'll play Ayuk, Mostert, and Smith.
Who?
Mostert.
There
If you want a little bit more safety, especially if Debo were to play, then I'll go Mostert, Metcalf, and Smith instead. But high upside, Ayuk, Mostert, Smith.
All right, here we go. On to Red Hulk becoming a member for the 24th month. It's Saturday night, and all is right. 2 years with the GOATs. We got Judy, Kirk, or JSN in a PPR scoring. If you want to play it safer, it's Jerry Judy. If you want to gamble, it's Christian Kirk. And you have a Chan or Najee in a PPR. At this point, I just said it a little bit earlier, I'm going to Chan. And then Kirk, Najee, or an Elijah Moore in PPR. Give me Christian Kirk.
Couchmane Gaming played James Cook or Jerome Ford. If you watched our rankings this week, this is easy for me. It's James Cook, and it's not even close.
Pete Wheeler, 72. Pick 2 of the 3 in a standard league. We got Cooper, Puka, Ridley. Oh, I got to pick 2 of those in a standard league. Oof. Well, I wish we knew more about Deshaun Watson right now. And I mean, honestly, with the injury that he suffered, he's 1 hit away from being pulled out of the game anyway. So right now I'm going to lean towards Puka and Ridley, even though Puka is not much of a standard guy. And then pick 1 for the flex out of Stevenson or Sanders. Being that Sanders is coming into the game injured and not 100%, I'm going to lean Stevenson.
Need to drop 2. Olave, Flowers, Palmer, Kirk, Watson, Jameson Williams, or Deontay. Watson. That would be Christian Watson. You need to drop 2 of these. Well, we're not dropping Olave. I'm not dropping Flowers. You got to drop Jameson Williams for sure, because Jameson Williams, even though he's coming back next week, you're going to see kind of an uptick in terms of his snap percentage. Josh Reynolds is still going to be the number 2 for a while, I believe. Because of that right there, Jameson Williams, you just can't hold him over some of these other guys. And then if I have to drop another one, it's probably Deontay Johnson, although I don't know why you can't put him on the IR. As much as I would like to keep him, he's just not healthy, so I can't justify dropping anybody else for him right now.
Jordy says trade David Montgomery for Olave in a full PPR. Your running backs are Mixon, Taylor, B-Rob, Jalen Warren, and Zach Charbonnet. Wide receivers are Jefferson, Watson, Addison, Palmer, and Dotson. So should you trade Montgomery for Olave, being that you have... Oh, man, I understand it here, but being that you're reliant somewhat rest of season on Jonathan Taylor and we just don't know, I can't get rid of David Montgomery. In my opinion, right now, David Montgomery is a top 10 to 12 running back rest of season. So even though I love Olave, I'm holding on to David Montgomery still.
My chat's disconnected. Is yours?
No.
It says, chat disconnected. Please wait while we try to reconnect.
Maybe you have to hit the refresh button on your website. I'll keep going. T. Owens RL says, I'm starting Lamb, Ridley, Bijan, and Swift. I need a flex between Myers, Nico, Connor, Terry, Kirk, and Kamara in a full PPR. Only one of those? Dang, that is rough. I'd like to start more than one of them, I'll tell you that. But for me, if I had to choose one, if you want to play it safer, it's Christian Kirk. If you want to gamble more, it's Alvin Kamara.
I can't see any super chats right now. I can see the normal chat, it looks like, but I can't see super chats. Just so you know, now it says unable to connect again.
Sounds like you're on a desktop iPhone is what it sounds like, because it ain't working. Ryan Davis becoming a member for the 12th month. Says, happy Saturday, headliners. In a full PPR, who do I flex? Breece Hall, Gabe Davis, or Khalil Herbert? Also, Russell Wilson over Watson. Thanks, guys. And forehead kisses from Ryan Davis. For me, I'm just, out of those options, I'm going Gabe Davis. I'm going to gamble a little bit there and hope for the 3rd straight week of a touchdown for quarterback between Russell Wilson and Deshaun Watson. Give me the guy that at least I know is healthy in a great matchup for Russell Wilson, and then we can go ahead and go from there. Kyle, I'm going to keep going until you can figure out your chat. J Noise, Jesse, what's going on? Becoming a member for the 23rd month. Hey, Jake, you got any more of those water boy demonstrations? Drop the OF. I got like so many packets of these things. And if you are, how do I put this lightly? If you like to enjoy adult beverages on Sundays and you're worried about being hungover on Monday, be sure to go over to waterboy.com/headliners. You get yourself 15% off. And that stuff, I'm not even lying. This is not an ad by any means. The stuff doesn't taste that bad. It's actually pretty good. It's going to get you rehydrated and get you a bunch of good nutrients. So if you don't want to be hungover, Waterboy is great. Daniel Penrod has gifted 5 memberships as well. Hopefully you all thank Daniel for that in the chat. Austin 7153, glad to see y'all figured out what T's and P's means. Hey, Austin, just for the record, I always knew. Kyle didn't. Therefore, Jake, smarter than Kyle. It's a throwback from last year. Guess I'm just unmemorable. No, Austin, you got to believe that you knew it. I knew what was going on, right? Give me a little bit of credit, Austin. Case Scott becoming a member for this.
Anything still?
What did you break, Kyle? What did you break?
Anytime. I just says chat disconnected.
How dare them? Just sit there and look pretty for a couple minutes. You know what I'm going to do, Kyle? I don't have no damn helmet on, but I'm going to flow back and forth. Damn it! Y'all ready for this?
There we go.
I'm gonna back and forth flow just so Kyle can push more buttons on the computer. I don't know. K Scott says fix a full PPR quarterback Cousins, running back Stevenson, Madison, wide receiver is AJ Brown, Dotson, Reynolds, Kelsey at the tight end, benches Sky Moore, Zay Jones, Kenneth Gainwell, Justice Hill, Chase Claypool, Tajay Spears, or Kendra Miller. I'm not changing anything. The way you have it right there is the way that I'm going to run it. It's K Scott. Silas Wrightington. Ayuk, Madison, Addison, or Flowers in the flex. If it's me personally, if you want to play it safer, it's Addison. You want to gamble, it's Ayuk. How about Lamar or Russell for remains? I actually have Lamar a little bit higher. Russell is safer, though. Now we're going to go back over here to the Super Chat. Adam Staley becoming a member for the 22nd month. Hold on. Can't read the question. Howdy headliners for the flex in a full PPR: Pickens, Rachaad White, or Jacoby Myers. If I can only pick one in a full PPR, and we don't know what to expect really from Jacoby Myers with no Jimmy G, I think if you want to play it safer, we go Rachaad White and hope for some checkdowns. If you want to gamble a little bit, we'll go with George Pickens and hope for some bigger plays. Then we have Puka or Thielen. I need upside from John B. Honestly, with Bryce Young back under center, give me Puka this week. Christian Campos, standard. I messed up and played Gibbs in the flex, but hoping I can still get a W this week. Need a wide receiver 2 out of Waddle, Ayuk, Nico, and Pickens. If Waddle is healthy like he is now, we can't ever sit Jalen Waddle. He has to be the guy that we go with. Then we have Buck says Kmet or Henry. This week we're still going. We're going to ride the hot hand of Hunter Henry. How about PR23 becoming a member for the 10th month? Says, hey fellas, thanks for all the hard work. Pick 3 in a PPR. Need to fill a running back 1, 2, and a flex. You have Mostert, Swift, White, Achane, Myers, and Ayuk. For your running back 1 and 2, I'm going with Mostert and Swift. For your flex play, that's going to leave us either Rachaad White, Devon Achane, Jacoby Myers, or Brandon Ayuk. If you want to, you know what? I'm probably just going to gamble a little bit and go for the higher upside. And for the flex play, I'm going to go with Brandon Ayuk right there. We have, let's see, D Nice. My bad if you guys answered this already, but my boy woke up. Tua or Cousins in a half PPR this week. I have them back to back in the rankings. Tua is just one spot higher though, in a little bit more of a difficult matchup. We have now Terry Hudak Terry in this chat. We have a PPR flex with most upside. Addison, Pickens, Judy, pick 1. If we're looking for that upside, let's hope for that big play from George Pickens, and hopefully he can find some pay dirt. Ali H, full PPR flex, Jahan Dotson, Drake London, Zay Flowers, Zach Charbonnet. I hate all of those options, Ali. I hate all of them. There's not one of them that I look at and say, you know what? I like that option. I don't. So we're going to gamble, and we're just going to hope that Drake London can fall in the end zone this week and go that way. How about we go back over to the regular chat here? T-Law or Joe Burrow? Honestly, I love the matchup for Joe Burrow way more. The problem is we haven't seen Joe Burrow healthy yet this season, and he's killed a lot of fantasy teams. So if you want to play it a little bit safer, we go towards T-Law there. M1 Money, becoming a member for the 13th month, says, hey, Nation, you all rock Burrow or Fields, and then Kelly or Herbert. Honestly, this week, let me check where I have Fields and Burrow. I have Fields slightly higher, and that's only due to the injury to Burrow. If you really don't, mind a little bit of risk, Burrow's matchup is awesome as well. Not that Justin Fields isn't, right? He's going against Denver. Great matchup there, but I do have Fields slightly higher. And then I have Kelly and Herbert. I'm trying to get as many guys in that matchup that I can. So give me Khalil Herbert. We got JV. Guys, I'm thinking of starting Purdy over Lamar. Does this prove I have an adult ADHD? Honestly, going up against the Cleveland defense, I totally get it. Like, I understand they haven't allowed anything this year, and Purdy has a great matchup and some of his weapons back, so I don't hate that whatsoever. You don't have adult ADHD though. Fields or Richardson? I have Richardson higher. Kyle is still looking at his computer like he's pissed off and confused.
I can see the live chat now, but I can't see super chats. If I try to change it at the top, it disconnects it.
Okay, you just stay on regulars.
I'm just gonna go back to the the regular chats now.
Yeah.
Fifth grand, half PPR, Pacheco, Pittman, Ayuk, or Achane in the flex. Pittman is going to be your safest option. Ayuk is going to be your highest upside.
Tommy Theologus, becoming a member for the 24th month, says, yo guys, need help. We have DJ Moore or Thielen for the flex. Full PPR, y'all rock. Thank you. Appreciate you, Tommy. I'm going to go DJ Moore. I don't love Bryce Young under center. I don't think that the volume in that passing game is there with him. So give me DJ Moore.
Moss or Kamara at the RB2, Kev? Give me Moss.
Mike Schumacher, welcome to Holding Chubb, becoming a member here. Jerry Medina, appreciate you as well. Thanks, y'all. Thanks, y'all. I can't even read right now, damn it, Kyle. Thanks, y'all. Made my decision harder. D-Hop, Hernert, which I'm guessing is supposed to be Herbert, Algier, but I think I'm going D-Hop with no Traylon Burks, and you just close your eyes and hope for the best. Honestly, given those options you have, Let's do that. Let's just gamble. We'll go D-Hop, and hopefully he can find the end zone.
Tank Dell over DJ Moore. If you need more upside, we're still going with DJ Moore over Tank Dell this week.
TBBS Rick says, Javonte Williams is a free agent. Should I start him over Stevenson or Kyron Williams? If so, who do I drop? I wouldn't drop either one of them for him, but I wouldn't mind picking him up if you have other options on the bottom of your bench. I'm probably still rolling with Kyron and Stevenson, though. And then out of Russ and Tua, I still have Tua higher.
Kyron Williams or Adam Thielen in the flex. Give me Kyron Williams.
Ron Gertiza, becoming a member for the 9th month. Standard League, have Derrick Henry as your running back 1, but Chubb as your running back 2 is now gone. Please help. We got Brian Robinson, Gus Edwards, Jalen Warren, Khalil Herbert, and then tight end you got Goddard or Ingram. So for your running back 2, give me Brian Robinson. At least we know he's going to see the volume there. I would love to say Jalen Warren, but they just don't give the guy the ball enough. And then at a tight end between Goddard and Ingram, give me Ingram.
Fields or Richardson from Drew J. Give me Richardson this week.
C King 85 full PPR. Which running back? 2 spots out of Jacobs, Madison, Connor, and B-Rob. I mean, James Conner has a super difficult matchup, but out of these options, I think I kind of play it in a volume type fashion where I'm going to go with Jacobs and Connor in both those spots.
I want to potentially call someone's bluff here. We'll see if they come through. J Swall is promising that if we answer their question, they will become a member. So J Swall, I'm going to hold you to that. Pittman or Tank Dell in the flex, Tua or Fields in a 1 QB league. Definitely going Tua over Fields. And then if you want safety in that flex position, give me Pittman. If you're shooting for more upside, give me Tank Dell. Keep an eye out for J Swall now. We'll see if he follows through on that.
We'll see. Aiden B. Gaming. Full PPR, need a wide receiver 3 and a flex. You got Jacoby Myers, DJ Chark, Jerick McKinnon, Hunt, Akers, and Debo already starting Olave and Metcalf and Breece Hall and Rashad White. Okay, I mean, I don't love starting Breece Hall still. I understand why the draw is there, but the guy hasn't done anything really since week 1. So for your wide receiver 3 and a flex out of all the options that you listed, I mean, I want it to be Debo, but if we haven't heard if Debo is playing or not by the time the afternoon games kick off, I'm probably going to gamble and go with Jacoby Myers and hope that they look his way. And then in your flex spot, give me Jerick McKinnon in hopes he can find the end zone again.
Joel G wants to know, start Ford or Gabe Davis in the flex. Give me Gabe Davis.
Brandon Barton, full PPR, Mahomes, Pollard, Algier, Olave, Puka, Andrews, Thielen starting. And then we have Godwin, London, Gainwell, Atwell, and Myers on the bench. You're 0-3. Honestly, with what you have in there right now, I'm not changing anything. I mean, hopefully you can get yourself a big week once again from Puka and kind of bounce back there to the win column.
Robbie Thomas, Dell or Debo in a half PPR? We got to go with Dell right now because we don't even know if Debo is going to play.
Lady Ballin. Hi, guys. Excited for the Toy Story game? You know, I saw that, but I don't really... Is it just going to be like commercials, Toy Story type commercials? I really don't know. I'm gonna wake up Sunday morning. I'm gonna sit in my underwear like I'm a young child. I'm gonna watch football. So maybe I'll be entertained by the cartoons. Godwin or Palmer, and defense, Baltimore or Indy. Have a good night, boys. For the defense, I'm probably gonna go towards Baltimore and hope that Deshaun Watson is limited. And then out of Godwin and Palmer, I feel it's safer to go Godwin. But if you want to gamble for the higher upside, then it becomes Palmer.
Bewar, pick 2, Pittman, Cooper, and Higgins. Give me Pittman and Higgins there.
Vikash Chand, becoming a member for the 6th month. Hey, brothers, Jones, give me 1.9 points, but still have Henry and Swift, T-Law, Ridley, Ertz. Need a wide receiver 2 out of Sutton and Thomas. Give me Sutton in that matchup. And then a half PPR. Also thoughts on Jamison Williams. Love that he got his suspension, lessened. He's going to be back next week, but he does not become an immediate start. He's somebody that we need to watch in this offense for a couple weeks to see what kind of usage he gets.
If you're asking about your super chat, we're probably at least 15 minutes behind right now. So if you haven't heard it, that's why. Yep. Would you give Connor and Hopkins for Ayuk and Myers? Is that James Conner? No, that's not enough for me to trade James Conner.
Tamara Gray, Kirk or Dell, please help. If this is I guess it doesn't really matter PPR-wise. I love Tank Dell and his safety. The bigger play probably going the way of Kirk if you want to gamble. Personally, my team, I'd lean towards Dell.
Need a flex in a full PPR. Mostert, Ayuk, or Tank Dell. We can only play one. Safest bet is going to be Mostert. Highest upside is going to be Tank Dell.
Elias, rate my non-PPR 10-man lineup this week. We got Burrow, Lamb, A.J. Brown, Walker, Stevenson, Kelsey, and then pick your flex out of Herbert, Pierce, Higgins, and Palmer. Out of those options, I'm just going to gamble, and I'm going to go with T. Higgins in hopes that he can find the end zone, and then you can kind of stack him with Burrow. But overall, the lineup is stacked full of players. I just don't know if they've all gone off on the same week or not yet for you, but I'm not worried about that lineup whatsoever.
Anybody else surprised that Jay Swall did not become a member after we answered his question?
No. Are you asking me that question?
Nobody's surprised. I just wanted to make sure. Make sure. Breaking news: Jimmy Garoppolo is out this. No, that's not breaking news. We knew that. That was a couple of hours ago, I think.
Yes.
Javonte or Achane for the flex this year in a PPR, or this week in a PPR. Achane is going to be the highest upside, but Javonte is going to be safer for me.
Big Luscious 68, also what they called me in high school. Flex Zach Charbonnet, Elijah Moore, or Kenneth Gainwell. I don't love any of them, if I'm being honest. I'll gamble and go Gainwell and just hopes that he gets enough targets or carries out of the backfield to find the end zone.
Full PPR, pick one. T. Higgins, Mixon, Achane. Thanks, guys. Ooh, safest bet in a full PPR is going to be T. Higgins, but Achane once again will have the higher upside.
Carlos Estrada. 2 different league questions. Full PPR, need one flex out of Ramondre Stevenson or Tank Dell in a full PPR. If you want to play it safer, it's Tank Dell. He gives you the safer floor. The higher potential upside is Stevenson. He's just more of a gamble. And then you need one flex out of Achane, Nico, and Zay Flowers. Same type of thing here. If you want to play it safer, it's Nico Collins. If you're trying to make up some points, you want to shoot for the big game, that's Devon Achane.
Javonte Williams or Achane for the flex this week. Javonte Williams is going to be safer. Achane is going to have more upside.
Xavier Roman, start 2 in a full PPR out of Moore, Cooper, Dell, Thielen, and Palmer. I'm guessing that's DJ Moore. If it's Elijah Moore, I'm not interested. If it is DJ Moore, then I'm going with DJ Moore and Tank Dell.
Full PPR looking for Boom, Rice or Mims from P90 Camper. That's 100% a Call of Duty player right there. That's going to be Mims for me.
Hang on, I scrolled, so I'm
Moss or Tank Dell in a full PPR. Moss is going to be safer. Tank Dell will have more upside. Fields or Stroud this week. I'm going to go ahead and go with Field. Who do I start? Stroud or Russ? Still going to go with Russell Wilson this week. Jake, Javonte, White, or Kyron. Which two am I starting? Javonte and Kyron.
Yes, now we're back to Akeem Morris. Hey, guys, standard PPR. So I don't know if it's standard or it's PPR. I'm guessing it's PPR.
It's standard PPR, Jake.
Standard PPR, I got you. I've got Higgins and Pickens starting with Roschon Johnson at the flex. You have Elijah Moore, Debo, Zay Flowers, Brees' options on the bench. Any changes? No, I'm leaving it how you got it.
Sutton or Addison this week, also a good trade. DJ and Roschon for JT. I am not making that trade for JT. Absolutely not. As far as your other question goes, I'm going to go Addison.
Ricky, start 1, a full PPR. Ayuk, Stevenson, Nico, what upside play and what's the safety play? The upside play is going to be Brandon Ayuk. The safety play, in this case, may also be Brandon Ayuk. That's the way that I'm going to go.
Are we stacking Stroud and Dell? I mean, I would rather play Dell and a higher upside quarterback than Stroud. Stroud obviously has played great the first few weeks here. Not into the matchup as much for him this week in terms of overall quarterback numbers, but I would still play Tank Dell for sure.
Yeah. JV, full PPR, pick 2 running backs out of Jacobs, Cook, Kyron Williams, or James Conner. Also traded Ford and Achane for Jacobs. Rate that, please. First off, pick 2 running backs out of Jacobs, Cook, Kyron Williams, or James Conner. It's the first 2. It's Jacobs and James Cook for me. Also, the trade of Jerome Ford and Devon Achane for Josh Jacobs. Being that the rest of your team still has great depth, I don't hate that whatsoever. I actually kind of like that trade.
My bad. John Hicks, full PPR, Calvin Ridley or Mike Evans at the flex. I'm going to barely go Calvin Ridley this week over Mike Evans.
Lit Nick just wanted to say happy K-Mac week. And then Demetrios Demetrios, I just can't. Asproyanis. Demetrios Asproyanis is what I think it is. D-Dog here. Worried about mixing other choices are Breece Hall or Roschon Johnson help. Honestly, I understand the worry there because that Tennessee defense is great against the run. but I don't feel any better about Brees Hall or Roshan Johnson, so I'm sticking with Joe Mixon.
Higgins start or sit for comparable Ronaldo. I'm not sure what that means, so I'm going to answer another question here. We're trade Rashad White and Tutu Atwell for Miles Sanders. I mean, I don't want anything to do with Rashad White, but I think you can get something more for him and Tutu Atwell than just Miles Sanders. So ask around a little bit more about that.
Full PPR, Roshan Johnson or Josh Kelly due to Saquon's injury. You know, I mean, this is one of those situations where Josh Kelly is probably supposed to be the better start because he's going to see more volume, but he just hasn't done anything with it. And I love the game of Roshan Johnson that much more in a better matchup, so give me Roshan.
I've started yawning and I cannot stop. And half PPR need to Ridley, Atwell, and Dell. I'm going to go Ridley and Dell there.
Hunter Adrian. 8-man full PPR. I have Diggs, Olave starting, and I can't decide between Devontae Smith, Ramondre Stevenson, Darren Waller, or Tank Dell in the flex. Thank you. Running backs are Kyron Williams and Zach Moss. I don't think I can ever sit Devontae Smith. I know he didn't have a huge week last week, I believe, but he's still one of those guys that can put up big numbers with little volume. So give me Devontae Smith.
Sit one. Kyron Williams, Mostert, Kamara, or Ridley. Probably out of that group right there, I'll sit Kamara until we see what his workload looks like over the next couple of weeks.
Max Skills 001. Pick one to start out of Nico or Mike Evans. I got Mike Evans higher still. Komet or Hunter Henry. Give me Hunter Henry. And then Travis Etienne, Ramondre Stevenson, Alvin Kamara, and Devon Achane. If I can only pick one of those guys, only one, it's going to be Travis Etienne. If for some reason you do need two, if you're looking for the next safest, it would probably be Alvin Kamara. Unless you want to shoot for upside, then it's Devon Achane.
Javon Gordon, Najee Harris, or Roshan Johnson. I'm going to get a little frisky this week. I'm going to say Roshan Johnson if you want more upside.
Fill in the blank wants to know Tank or D-Hop. Honestly, with D-Hop injured, Tank is probably the better play right now. And does Kyle have a sunburn? You better freaking believe he does. It's no longer just Crispy, it's Crispy up in here.
Look at that.
Yeah, that's a sunburn. That's a half a burn, though, because the other side don't match.
I haven't been, the other side's not nearly as bad. I haven't been burnt in 10 years at least. I don't even remember the last time I got sunburnt. Ertz or the Muth? Going to be the Muth for me this week.
Vader does TCG. 10-team, full PPR, Garrett Wilson or Tank Dell. You're 2-1. I love Garrett Wilson. Obviously, he's the better wide receiver in my opinion, but right now, with the way things are going, Tank Dell is just safer.
London or DJ Moore? Going to go DJ Moore this week.
Brandon Knight, half PPR flex, Jerry Jeudy or Ramondre Stevenson. The safer option for you is going to be Jerry Jeudy in that good matchup. If you want to gamble more, that's when it becomes Stevenson.
Jamal Williams, Breece Hall, or Jerome Ford. You can't start Jamal Williams because he's on IR for the next 2 weeks, so he's completely out of play.
Maybe it's Javonte Williams?
Yeah, is it Javonte Williams? If it's Javonte Williams, it's Javonte Williams. If it's not, then it's going to be Breece Hall for me.
Scott Daigle. Sit one in a full PPR out of Ridley, Pittman, Moss, or Mostert. Damn. I don't want to sit anyone, Scott. I think if I had to choose one, I hate to say it, but it's Calvin Ridley.
Brandon Cooks, Nelson Aguilar, or Chris Godwin. That's Chris Godwin for me.
Your boy Mal 8. Joe Mixon or James Cook in a full PPR. In a full PPR, it's a lot closer than a lot of people think, and I'll actually take James Cook in that matchup going up against Miami.
Madison, Tank, Lockett, and Addison for Caleb. Madison, Tank, Lockett, and Addison. Full PPR pick 2. If you're wanting to balance things, I would go Tank Dell and Alexander Madison. Love Madison's matchup this week. If we're wanting to go as much upside as possible, I'm probably going to go with Tank and Lockett.
Ryan Neal just wanted to show a $1.99 love donation to us. Appreciate that. Mirinda Nicely? Is that a different way to spell nicely? I like that. Pick 2 in a full PPR out of Thielen, Myers, Davis, and Tank Dell. Would love to say Myers here, but without Jimmy G, it's really difficult. So honestly, I'll take the safety of Tank Dell and the upside of Gabe Davis.
Sit one in a full PPR. Kenneth Walker, Mostert, Kyron, or Jacobs. Mostert is my lowest ranked running back out of those guys.
Ryan Neal says start Christian Kirk or Roshan Johnson in a half PPR. That's still going to be Christian Kirk for me.
Full PPR, Tank, Nico, or Tutu the rest of the season. Since it's a full PPR, I will probably lean to Tank there.
Pablito's Way, full PPR, Matt Breida with Barkley being doubtful, or DeAndre Hopkins. Honestly, right now, I don't know if I want to trust Matt Breida too much, so give me DeAndre Hopkins and let's hope he can find the end zone.
Christian Kirk or Gabe Davis. Kirk if you want to be safe. Gabe Davis if you want more upside. Jake, I will be right back in a minute.
Okay, Ed Miller says, half PPR, start 2 wide receivers between Kirk, Thielen, Dell, Wilson, Zay Flowers. So 2 wide receivers out of that group right there. Give me Tank Dell and Christian Kirk. Start 2 running backs and 1 flex out of Henry, Achane, Cook, Stevenson, or Algier. The 2 running backs are going to be Henry and Cook, and then your flex play. If you want to play it safer, it's Stevenson. If you want to gamble, that's when it becomes Achane. 172 Gates says, thoughts on this trade? I gave up DJ Moore and Brian Robinson for Christian Kirk and Jonathan Taylor. Honestly, I am not actively trading for Jonathan Taylor. When we did our buy low video the other day, he was not in it. He's just somebody that I don't know if we can trust. What makes us think that relationship in Indianapolis is all of a sudden just magically better? They still hate each other for the most part. He still wants to be traded. They're not going to accept hardly any trades for him unless it's some astronomical value. It's just a horrible situation. Plus, technically, even though he's due to come off next week, they have 21 days to actually activate him. So we could be looking at another 3 weeks without him even being on the field. I just don't love trading for Jonathan Taylor, if I got to be honest. Stallions Productions, Dallas, go Dare or Evan Ingram? Going to go Evan Ingram there. Jacoby Myers or Nico Collins or Alvin Kamara for the flex. If you want to play it safer, it's Nico Collins. If you want to gamble, it's Alvin Kamara. But man, I hate sitting Jacoby Myers. I really wish Jimmy G was out there. Hector Padron, you have Hunter, Waller, and Laporta. Who do I drop? You got to drop one? I guess I don't know why you got 3 tight ends anyway. Can you trade one is my question. Can you make any last second trades maybe for one of them? And then maybe keep like a Waller and Laporta and then try to trade Hunter Henry a little bit high, right? If that's possible. Otherwise, who do you drop? If it's me, I hate to even say this, but it's Hunter Henry, and I hate to drop him. Isaac Cordova, PPR, Kyron, DJ Moore, Pacheco, James Cook, Joshua Kelly, pick 2. Also the Cleveland defense or the Philly defense. I'm going to go with, let's see, which defense do I have higher? I'm going to go with the Philly defense. And then in the other option out of picking 2, I'm going with James Cook is one of them. If you want to play it safe with the second, it's Kyron Williams. If you're willing to gamble a little bit more, it would be DJ Moore there with James Cook. PZ out noob. PPR pick 2 out of Garrett Wilson, Kirk Godwin, and McLaurin. McLaurin just can't get the ball down the field. Wilson's dealing with Wilson at quarterback, so give me Kirk and Godwin. BJJ says half PPR flex, Kirk, DJ Moore, or Josh Palmer, Trevor Lawrence or Matt Stafford at quarterback. I have Trevor Lawrence higher at quarterback, and then for your flex between Kirk, DJ Moore, and Palmer, if you want to play it safer, it's Kirk. If you're willing to gamble, it's DJ Moore. Justin Mashad. We have Kirk, Sutton, or Atwell in a full PPR. In a full PPR, Cortland Sutton kind of enters the mix in that great matchup in a full PPR. Tutu Atwell may have a slightly higher upside. Christian Kirk is... What? Oh, wow. Christian Kirk is probably the safer option. I was like, did he hurt himself? And then all of a sudden, he started doing the Travis Kelce twerk. And honestly... your Travis Kelce twerk was pretty spot on.
I know. I was gonna say. I knew I got you as soon as I saw the look on your face. You were like, I got.
Well, because you hurt yourself so much that it's like not out of the question that you hurt yourself.
That's not entirely true.
Yeah, it's mostly true.
That's true.
All right, we got Blitz, QB conundrum, Stroud or Burrow. Didn't think that'd ever be a question. Draft guide serves me well though. Thanks guys, appreciate it. Blitz. So out of Stroud and Burrow, we know Burrow has the better matchup. He has the higher ceiling. He's the better quarterback. It's just whether or not you really want to gamble or not. Personally, if it's my team, I'm probably gambling and going Burrow. But he just has hurt so many people the first few weeks of the season that if he'd rather play it safer, then it's Stroud.
Should I hold Roschon Johnson or Charbonnet the rest of the season? Charbonnet has the higher upside, but Roschon is much closer to taking over RB1 work than what Charbonnet is. Charbonnet is never going to sniff RB1 work with Kenneth Walker safe. Healthy?
That's what one of those two. Ghost 43 becoming a member for the 5th month says full PPR need 2 flexes out of Stevenson, Mostert, Judy, Achan, or Puka. Also, quarterbacks are Love and Burr. Trade any of the running backs for a running back need. Trade any of the running backs for a running back needy team for Tua or Josh Allen. Thank you. First thing, the 2 flexes. In a full PPR, I'm going to go with Raheem Mostert, and I'm going to go with the Puka Nacua. Your next question there, you have Love and Burrow. Should you trade any of the running backs that you have to a running back needy team for Tua and Josh Allen? I mean, Burrow's going to get healthier, and Jordan Love hasn't been playing bad. So, honestly, I just keep your running back depth and not worry about it.
Except against them Detroit Lions, leaders of the NFC North. Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Fantasy-wise, though, he had almost 20 points against him.
Nobody cares if you don't win.
We do, because all we care about around here is fantasy points. Right?
Some of us care about the Lions.
Very few of us. I used to, Kyle. I was on board.
Michael!
I actually threw my Barry Sanders pylon in the garbage.
I would have taken it.
No, I threw it away. I burned it and threw it away.
Well, that's a waste. Start Roshan or wait to see if Saquon plays this week. Close game. I would go Roshan Johnson. I would not risk it on Monday night.
Cody Peterson. Need a wide receiver 2 and a flex in a full PPR. So your wide receiver options are DJ Moore, Tutu Atwell, Tank Dell, Jordan Addison, Brandon Ayuk. I think I'm going to take the safety here of Tank Dell, and I'm going to gamble on the upside of Brandon Ayuk in the flex.
Nico or D-Hop? Give me Nico.
Pancakes. I need major help. Full PPR pick 2. Mostert, Stevenson, Ford, or Gainwell. Those 2, I'm still going to go with Mostert and Stevenson. Tight end is Hunter Henry or the Muth. Give me Hunter Henry and the touchdown upside. And then flex, we have Dotson, Chark, Josh Downs, or any of the running backs that were left. With Deshaun Watson limited right now and the other options you have, I'll actually go ahead and flex Jerome Ford.
Hunter Henry or Logan Thomas? Go ahead and give me Hunter Henry. Has Logan Thomas been cleared from the concussion protocol yet? Last I checked,
you're the tight end guy. I don't know. Why are you asking me about your players?
I'm just wondering if you've seen. I've been busy today.
He will play.
He will play. Still gonna go Hunter Henry. So who cares?
So why did I Google it for then?
Just want to make sure for future reference, just in
Art
case.
Form 74. You guys rock always on point. Need 2 flexes in a full PPR. Michael Thomas, Michael Pittman, or Tank Dell. Give me Pittman and Tank Dell.
AGZ, Hunter Henry or a Chiggy? It's Hunter Henry for sure.
Chiggy with it. No. Brian Deshane, PPR. You got DJ Moore, Tutu Atwell, or Adam Thielen. I don't know if I'm only choosing one of them. I'm guessing I'm only choosing one, and then one I'm going to go DJ Moore. PPR, DJ Moore, Godwin, or Kamara. If you'd rather play it safe or you go Kamara, you want to gamble, it's DJ Moore. Henry or Kittle? I'm going to gamble and go George Kittle, being that we don't know about Debo yet. And then he says, go Blue. So sad to hear you're off the Lions bandwagon. Well, it's the Lions' fault, okay? If they just made normal person decisions, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. But they choose to do stupid things still.
3-1, baby. Achan, Kamara, or Swift. Thanks you so much. It's Swift.
You heard me. I know you agree with me.
I didn't hear
Don't make me show the text messages, Kyle, because you damn agree with me.
I do agree with you, but
Okay.
it's still not going to stop me from celebrating.
I'm just saying that team would be better if they would have drafted somebody in the first round they actually would have used. I thought it was my box of cards. I don't even know what I bought. I don't even know. I don't even care. Anyway, moving on. Briz says, was Thielen for Achan a good trade in a full PPR? I mean, on the surface right now, I would rather have Achan than Thielen, only because Bryce Young is back and playing quarterback. If Andy Dalton was the starter, I would have taken Thielen hands down. But now we kind of have to worry about Bryce Young and the growing pains going forward.
Is Montgomery a must start moving forward? Yes, he is.
Yep, every week. If he's
You know
healthy,
what's funny, Jake? People were not happy with me because of where I ranked David Montgomery this past week. I had David Montgomery ranked higher than the consensus rankings. So...
Okay. Where did I leave off? Nobu Knight. 18 PPR, double flex. Trading Kamara Amon-Ra, and Jacoby Myers for CMC. All three of those for CMC. Your receivers now are Devontae Smith, Cooper Kupp, Deebo Samuel, Tank Dell. Your running backs are Swift, Bijan, and CMC. Your tight ends are Henry, and your quarterback is Stroud. I feel like you gave up a ton for CMC, and now you are super reliant on Cooper Kupp coming back and being a stud because Deebo's already banged up as well. If Kupp pans out, you're golden. If Kupp struggles, you may be in a little bit of trouble.
I need Darian to help my faith in humanity right now. He says, I promise I'll become a member if you respond. This is the last time. Darian, if you don't become a member after I respond, I will lose my faith in humanity because you'd be the second one tonight to screw me over. Need a wide receiver to start in a PPR. Tutu, Moore, Myers, or Kirk. If you need upside, it's DJ Moore. If you want to play it safe, it's Kirk. Darian, better come through. Better come through, Darian.
Brad Elliott, he became a member. Brad fulfilled his. Brad didn't even have to do that. Brad's just a nice guy. Let's just be honest and just say Brad's a nice guy. He joined Holden Chubb. Nathan says, rate my team 1 to 10 in a 12-team PPR, 2 flexes. Starters are Tua, Stevenson, Kyron, AJ Brown, Stephon Diggs, Mark Andrews, Keenan Allen, Chris Olave. The bench is Gus Edwards, Bryce Hall, Curtis Samuel, and Rashid Shaheed. Your bench is a little bit weak, but your starters are great. You're 3-0 right now, but once bye weeks come along, you may be in a little bit of trouble. I'm going to say that team is a solid 8.1.
Karan, Singh, Devon Achane, or Joe Mixon in a half PPR. If you want more upside, give me a Chan this week.
Chris Naring, Tua or Wilson, and DJ Moore or Nico. Right now, did it happen?
Let everyone throw a little hashtag Darian in the chat for keeping his word and becoming a member.
Way to go, Darian. So for Chris, it's Tua or Wilson. I still have Tua a little bit higher. Wilson is a safer option, though, but I still have Tua ranked higher. And then DJ Moore and Nico. Nico I have, I believe, just a couple spots higher. Let me check. Nico is 1 spot higher.
Mr. Professor. Mr. Dr. Professor.
Whoa.
Full PPR pick 2. Najee, Myers, Pickens, or Jerry Jeudy. If you want to play it safe, go Harris and Pickens, and I absolutely hate that. If you want more upside, go Myers and Pickens.
Adam Walker. He says, evening, Jake and Kyle. 2 questions. Should I start Burrow over Wilson? I need 2 flexes also out of Madison, Achane, Atwell, Godwin, and Kirk in a full PPR. I think I look at it this way. If you want to gamble on Burrow, then we're going to play it a little bit safer on your flexes. So, I mean, if you want to play it safer with Wilson as your quarterback, then we can... You do what?
What?
What'd you say? Then we can gamble a little bit more on your flexes. So if you wanted to go Wilson, then I would go Wilson with Achane and Kirk. If you want to start Burrow, which I understand in a great matchup, then we'll play it maybe a little bit safer, and we'll go with Kirk and Godwin.
PPR. Full PPR. Godare. Or Friar Muth. Still going to go with the Muth and that touchdown upside.
We have my IT guy becoming a member of Holden Chubb. Welcome to Headliner Nation. Brady Wren says start Zay Flowers, Hopkins, or Pacheco in a flex full PPR. I honestly, even though it's a full PPR with those other options, Hopkins banged up, difficult matchup for Zay Flowers. Give me Isaiah Pacheco.
David said, when did Kyle start getting some grays? Gray's been there for a while, man. If you haven't noticed,
like 2020-ish.
Yeah, is when it really started. It started to pop up a little bit before then. But
Mine got a lot worse when I hired you.
It's okay.
Didn't really have anything to come back with that.
I didn't have anything. I'm too tired.
Okay. Is it still your turn here, or did you answer?
I don't know if you guys answered, but Zay Flowers or Josh Dish?
Josh Ish.
I feel like it says Josh Dish. I feel like this is some sort of a Josh Dish D's nuts or something like that.
It could be. Yeah, somebody may be.
I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is.
All right, we have Oshagnificent, becoming a member for the 9th month. Half PPR flex 2 out of Ramondre Pickens, Kirk Collins, Pacheco. In a half PPR, if you want to play it safe, it's Kirk and Pickens. If you're willing to gamble a little bit, it becomes Kirk and Ramondre.
Zach Moss or Calvin Ridley? Give me Zach Moss.
John the Drummer, 1 year, becoming a member for 12 months. He says 1 year, got offered a trade. Cooper for Metcalf. Waddle, Higgins, and Puka are your other wide receivers in PPR. Mostert and Moss, your running back. Oh, Mostert or Moss for your running back 2. And then Atwell or Ayuk in the flex. For the flex, it's going to be Ayuk. For your running back 2, it's going to be between Mostert and Moss. Moss may be slightly safer. Mostert with the higher ceiling gamble. And then trade Cooper for Metcalf. I'd rather have the DK Metcalf side of that deal with an injured Deshaun Watson right now.
It was Josh Downs. Okay, but I don't know what it was anymore. Trade Dak and Addison for T-Law and Gabe Davis. I probably don't do that because I would rather have Addison over Gabe Davis. I feel like he's going to be much more steady.
Brad Elliott says, hey guys, happy Saturday. I don't really have a question for you this week. I just wanted to send my appreciation for all that you guys do. Jake, for old time's sake, can I get an energetic suck it to Kyle? Hey, Kyle, suck it.
We're not allowed to suck it to
Kyle.
each other.
Why not? He asked for it.
That's not okay, though.
Brad literally sent us $10 just for me to tell you to suck it.
All right, well, you got to split it with me.
We'll
I'm only going to suck it if I get 5.
Wow, you do it for $5? Damn. I had no idea.
Achane or Garrett Wilson in the flex. Achane if you want more upside there for sure.
Bukowski. My nephew is 14 years old and a Vikings fan. Do I talk him off the ledge now or let him suffer a lifetime? 100%.
Oh, let him suffer.
Let him suffer a lifetime.
Oh, for sure.
You're talking to a Lions fan and a former Cardinals fan here right now. So yeah, they got to have to suffer, for sure.
So if the Cardinals come back and they're really good over the next couple of years, are you back on?
No, I'm done with it. I'm just done. Like I've dealt with it for too long in my life.
Do I trade Kelsey and Judy for TJ Hawkinson and Jonathan Taylor? That actually has me considering it a little bit because if you're going to get anywhere safe to Kelsey at the tight end position, it's TJ Hawkinson for sure. And if you're not playing Jerry Jeudy, which you probably aren't for the most part, risking him for Jonathan Taylor isn't that bad, but I'm still not going to do it. If you had somebody better than Jonathan Taylor, I would say go for it, but not this one.
172 Gates, Danny Dices, Justin Fields, or CJ Stroud. I have, let's see, Daniel Jones, CJ Stroud, and who was the other one? Justin Fields. I have CJ Stroud one spot higher than Justin Fields right now.
Geno or Burrow. This one's tough. Geno or Burrow.
Burrow's got Tennessee.
I feel like I got to go to the rankings for this just to play it safe. I'm going to go.
I have Burrow higher, I think.
If you do, I don't see him. Oh, you do. You have him right in front of Geno at 17. Geno's at 18.
Yep.
We're going to go Burrow.
There you go. My IT guy actually upgraded his membership to excessive chub.
Oh, my God. It's so excessive.
He's got so much chub right now. Ryan Vogel, PPR in a flex spot. Miles Sanders, DJ Moore, Jahan Dotson, or Pat Freiermuth, 0-3. Okay, Ryan, I hear you out there. Miles Sanders, not 100% healthy. DJ Moore, Dotson, or the Muth. Honestly, I'm just going to gamble with DJ Moore once again in that matchup and just hope that he can put up a good number for you this week.
Who can I realistically target in trading Rachaad White? That's one of those things, Jake, where you just have to ask around. Just have to ask around because...
Hey, I have Rachaad White. Who's interested? What do you want to give me?
I don't even understand what Litnick says sometimes. Yeah, you're just going to have to ask around. You're just going to have to be like, hey, thinking about moving Rachaad White. If you're going to do it after a good game, though. Don't do it after a bad game.
Yeah. Serving Soul. Should be 1 and 3. Should I look? Should be 1 and 3. Don't be counting yourself out already in we've only had one game this week. Should I look to trade or hold strong? Your team is Purdy Fields, Montgomery Robinson, Saint. It just says ST. Wide receivers, A.J. Brown, Amon-Ra, Jamar Chase. So you're stacked at wide receiver. You're solid at tight end with Waller and Henry. You're good at running back with Bijan and Montgomery. I don't know if you have any other depth there after. Actually, is that Bijan or is that Brian Robinson? That may be Brian Robinson. If that's the case, you are definitely hurting at running back, and you probably need to make a move for one. With A.J. Brown, Amon-Ra, and Jamar Chase, I'm probably looking to move one of those guys to try to upgrade your running back spot, if at all possible. But just like Kyle just said, you're going to have to go to your league and say, hey, I'm taking offers on A.J. Brown or Amon-Ra or Jamar Chase, whichever one, and just say, hey, send me over your best offer. What are you laughing at?
Jake has said, I'm sorry I asked the same question twice. I'm drunk and I love you guys. Thank you for winning me my first championship. That's so funny. Tutu or Thielen? If you want more upside, I'll go Tutu Atwell over Thielen.
Jose Valenzinho. What's going on? Jose says, hola, headliners. I have a trade question. Would you guys trade Madison for Puka? Yes, I would. My running backs are Jacobs, Mostert, Kamara, Achan, Herbert, and Hunt. Wide receivers are A.J. Brown, Mike Evans, Lockett, Addison, Tank, Dallin, Palmer. It's a standard league. Even though he's not a great standard option, I'm not overly interested in Madison, especially now that Cam Akers is there, so give me Puka.
Start T. Higgins or AK-12 at the flex. I'm still going to go T. Higgins over AK-12 until we see him get closer to a full workload. I think he might still be 50% this week.
Who the hell is AK-12?
Alvin Kamara.
Did he change his number? His number was 47. AK-47.
Who would AK-12 be then?
Is there another AK-12?
AK.
Somebody in the chat. Watch the chat. Somebody's going to know it. Somebody's going to know it. Somebody? 41, that's what it was, right? 41.
Yeah.
Well, who's 12?
Yeah, he meant Alvin Kamara.
Okay. I knew it was a 40-something. Where am I?
I feel like people have called him that before. I know his number, but I was like, what's AK-12? I thought people have called him that before. Who knows?
I don't know. It's your turn still, though. Isn't it?
No, I answered it.
Did you finish? You answered it? Okay.
Yes, I did.
Traded away Lamb for Ridley and Mike Evans in PPR. I don't hate that. Rest of the season, you got 2 wide receivers for the price of 1. Lamb is probably the best wide receiver in that deal, but if you needed depth, I don't hate it.
I mean, we have 1,244 people watching right now and only 511 likes. I mean, if people are going to want me to answer more questions, they're going to need to juice me up with a few more likes here, I feel like. I'm just, getting kind of tired.
I'm like way behind too, Kyle, so.
Getting kind of tired, Oh, it's AK-47.
No, 41.
41. Somebody said, everybody in the chat, I see AK-47, I saw AK-12, I saw 41. Everyone's all over the place. Najee Harris for Tank Dell and a PPR 10 team. The only way I'm doing that is if I have 3 absolutely solid guys that I can trust at running back, plus one other guy that I know we can toss in. If not, I'm not doing it.
Lit Nick, once again, happy K-Mac week, he says. Jeff Harper, start 2 running backs and a flex at a Javonte, Achan, Sanders, Hall, Roshan, and flex any of the running backs or Dell, Ayuk, Myers. Thanks, love y'all. So 2 running backs and a flex. The 2 running backs are going to be a mess. It's going to be Javonte Williams and Devon Achan right now. I mean, I don't love a lot of those options at running back. And for your flex play, I'm probably going to gamble there for the higher upside and go with Brandon Ayuk.
I wonder how many more times you mess up Achan.
I don't know. I don't even know how to say his name. It's like I've heard it 14 different ways.
Full PPR. Start Ramondre, Madison, or Achan in the RB2 spot. I've got Ramondre higher still. If you want more upside, though, then you can go with Achan.
Jerry Medina with the 20 bomb. Appreciate you, Jerry. Looking for a trade. Would you do Goddard for Pacheco? You have Musgrave. So you're getting Goddard or Pacheco. I don't know which side you were on there. If you have Musgrave already, now he's in the concussion protocol, and Pacheco really hasn't done as much. I only do that if you're like desperate for some running back depth, but maybe if Dallas Goedert can have a great week this week, you could probably trade him for something maybe a little bit better. So I would kind of hold off another couple days and see what happens.
12-man full PPR from Naheem. Do I start a Chan or Tank Dell at the flex? I have Tua and Tyreek. You're putting a lot of balls in one basket there with the Miami Dolphins. But given the matchup, I'm okay with it. Let's go ahead and go a Chan if you need more upside in a full PPR. If you want to play it safe, then go with Tank Dell.
I just hope it's not one of those wicker baskets, Kyle, because that would hurt your balls. Chris L. Jackson or Stroud? Am I overthinking this? No, I totally understand how difficult of a matchup this is for Lamar Jackson. But with as well as he's playing and he's starting to run the ball again, I got to still start Lamar Jackson.
Give me Lamar. Kincaid or Hunter Henry? Hunter Henry there for sure for me.
Jamesis 45 says D-Hop, Pierce, or Jalen Warren. I'm guessing I can only pick one. It's a half PPR. None of them are really overly safe. Warren doesn't get enough volume. Pierce has struggled here. Doesn't really help you from a PPR standpoint, and DeAndre Hopkins has been hurt. So honestly, right now, I'll probably gamble and just go D-Hop and hope he can rack up some receptions in the PPR scoring.
Rack it up. Wilson or Fields? I'm going to go with Wilson this week.
Corey Hoskins. Just wanted to give you all a break here for a second. Appreciate you, Corey.
Oh.
Thank you. Let's go ahead and take a drink, Kyle. I haven't had a drink in a while.
Aaron wants Mike Evans or Raheem Mostert. Evans is definitely going to have more upside. Mostert is going to be safer. Ooh, Waterboy or Longest Yard. They both have their place. I don't want to pick one or the other. They both have their place.
Yeah, I mean, I do like me some Waterboy. Eddie P. sending in a $2 donation. Just an appreciation post for you guys. Keep killing it. Appreciate you, Eddie P.
I don't want to kill it. You kill it.
Kill what? The stream?
Godwin or Jacoby at the flex in a half PPR. I'm going to go ahead and go with... Give me Godwin this week.
Case Scott, $5 donation. Appreciate you, my friend. Says full PPR. Need a flex. Sky Moore, Gainwell, Justice Hill, Claypool, Tajay Spears, Kendry Miller. Apologies. I thought y'all skipped me. No, we would never skip you. Absolutely not. But I don't love your options this week. I'm going to be honest. I don't love your options. I'm going to go ahead and just gamble and go Sky Moore in hopes that he can bring in at least one or two big passes from Patrick Mahomes.
Is my forehead as red as my neck? It is not, because I had my hat on all day.
Yeah.
Had to coach today.
Anthony, full PPR, benching Lamar Jackson and Zay Flowers, starting Russell Wilson, Calvin Ridley, Tank Dell, and DJ Moore at the flex. Your thoughts? I mean, honestly, I get it. A lot of people are terrified to start Lamar Jackson against that defense. I 100% get it. Russell Wilson, at least he's got a decent matchup and has been playing pretty well. So, honestly, you're not crazy for making that decision.
Lamar, Trevor, or Fields?
Probably Lamar still.
Trevor, or Fields? We have got Lamar Jackson the highest this week.
I hope he can run. I hope he can just run this week a little bit. Find one big play on the ground for us,
run so
Isaac,
far
need help
away.
picking a flex out of Godwin, McLaurin, Pierce, Waller, or Hollywood Brown.
Run all night and day just to get away. Bum, 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 bum.
Wow. All right. That just happened to everybody. Anyway, out of Godwin, McLaurin, Pierce, Waller, or Hollywood Brown, man, I hate flexing my tight end. I just cannot flex a tight end very much. But honestly, in this situation, I contemplate flexing Darren Waller if you want to be safe, and if you want to gamble this week, then you go with Chris Godwin. Can you quit singing that crappy song and just answer some questions?
I'm getting to that point where I'm too tired.
Yeah.
Is Tutu a sell high or a hold? My receivers are Chase, Diggs, and Olave. Did I answer that? Maybe
I don't know.
Maybe not. Is he a sell high or a hold? If you're going to sell him, right now would be it, because you're going to want to sell him before Cooper Kupp comes back, even though we still don't know when that's going to be. And given who you already have, You could. It just depends on what you get in return. So if you need like a running back, go hunt for a running back with them.
Brandon Hendershot. Going to member for 20 months. Says, love the live stream, guys. Full PPR, Madison or Ramondre. I got to go with Ramondre. What?
Someone was like, "Are you dancing like a seagull?"
I mean, you got your
Never
head
heard
moving.
that before. I loved it. Oh
Yeah.
man.
It's probably because it's true.
Flowers or a Chan? Give me Flowers this week.
Magic Arv with a $5 donation, and no question. Appreciate the support. Ricky says, Detroit by 14 this week. I'm calling it.
Detroit played already though.
I know.
Detroit by 14 next week. Do they play Las Vegas next week?
I don't know. You know why I don't know? Because I don't care. All I know is that they're not going to give Jahmyr Gibbs the football. That's all I know.
They'll give it to him. Just not enough.
Yeah. Just not anywhere near enough. How about DC Hogs going Rajhan? Who the hell is Rajhan?
Roshan.
It's got to be Rosh. Are the J and the S near each other? No. Rajhan. Roshan Mims. Flex one, a full PPR. I'll go for the high upside there and give me Mims.
Oh, someone asked about Rip and Roll versus Let It Flow. I completely forgot about Rip and Roll. Christian Kirk or Jacoby
those
Myers? It's Christian Kirk. Yeah.
Ricky said, Ricky super sexy bet is Miami by 20. That's spicy. Right
By
there
20?
in Buffalo.
Oh my gosh.
Ricky, that's a little spicy.
I wonder what that pays out. If someone dropped money on that, like let's say someone bet $10 on that, what does that pay out?
I have no idea.
I don't even know the odds right now on that.
I have no idea.
Marquise Brown or Calvin Ridley? Brown been doing solid. He has been, but I'm still going to go Calvin Ridley there.
And he's got a thumb injury or something now, too. So, Luis Alcantar, a baseball break, baby. He's with a couple of emojis. I'm not watching any baseball.
We're getting excited for that baseball break. No,
oh, that's what he's talking about. Oh, okay.
Oh my gosh, are we kidding me right now? It's like,
dude, it's a bunch of players I've never even heard of. Are those people even big league players?
Not all of them, no. Not yet. Dude, but I'm telling you, like, baseball cards are a way better, like, profit turner than football cards. Sometimes you just have to wait on them.
All right, then.
Najee or Pacheco and a half PPR. I've still got Najee a scotch higher this week.
Iraq Vet 07, 2 questions, both full PPR, 2 wide receivers, 2 running backs, a flex, Etienne, Achan, Amari, Pittman, Michael Thomas, Christian Kirk, Khalil Herbert. So for the first one here, 2 wide receivers are going to be Michael Pittman and Christian Kirk. Your 2 running backs are going to be Etienne and Achan. And your flex is going to be, if you want to play it safer, it's Khalil Herbert. If you want to gamble a little bit more, it's Michael Thomas. For the next team, you got Jacobs, Cook, A.J. Brown, Olave, Ridley, DJ Moore, Judy, Sky Moore, Jordan Addison. You guys rock. So for that one, for the 2 wide receivers, I'm going with A.J. Brown and Olave. For the 2 running backs is Jacobs and Cook. And for the flex, if you want to play it safer, you go with Jerry Judy. If you want to gamble, it's DJ Moore.
Kazin 22, B-Rob or Thielen? Give me some B-Roba.
Colby Rascal says, sup, headliners. Sup, Colby. Need a wide receiver 2 in full PPR out of Evans, Godwin, Nico, or Jordan Addison. Wide receiver 1 is Devontae Adams. Thanks. Have a great night. Sucks that Devontae's not going to have Jimmy G, so he can't get peppered with 20 targets this week. So you're probably going to need to shoot for a little bit of a higher upside to make up a point difference. Hopefully, let's gamble and go Mike Evans, and hopefully he can beat Marshawn Lattimore deep.
Let's hope he can do it. Stevenson, Pittman, or a Chan at the flex. I have, like, if you want the best upside versus safety, it's going to be Pittman. Stevenson is probably a little bit safer. A Chan probably has more upside, though.
Charles Hudgens. What defense would you start tomorrow between the Jags, Bengals, Texans, or Seahawks? Jags, Bengals, Texans, or Seahawks. Give me the Jags defense tomorrow in London against a horrible Atlanta offense.
Connor, Ayuk, Pickens, or Thielen in the flex. I can only pick one of those guys. Highest upside will be Ayuk. If we want to play it safer, let's go with Connor.
You still can't see super chats, right, Kyle?
I cannot. I can see them as they come through, but
right,
I
well,
can't switch back to them.
Let me flow through a couple of these real quick because I'm still about 30 minutes behind on super chats.
You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and just let you.
I'm just gonna roll through a few of these.
And I'm gonna
quick.
say, okay, thank you for asking for my permission before you just did it, though. I'm gonna
just doing
grant
it.
you
Traded
the
This is for
permission to
Fear
go ahead
Boner,
and move
Fear
forward.
Boner in the lobby. Traded Lockett and Gainwell for Laporta. Your thoughts? Full PPR. My current tight end was Ertz, so I love the upgrade there at tight end for you. Lockett and Gainwell. Don't really care too much about Gainwell. Lockett, a solid wide receiver too. Hopefully you had more depth. You had Amon-Ra, Christian Kirk. I don't hate that. You got Eckler coming back from injury, so overall, not a bad option. Laporta is a solid tight end. Sean McEwen, flex one, start one in a full PPR. Out of Kelly, Quentin Johnson, Isaiah Pacheco. Thanks, fellas. Keep the best channel on YouTube going. Abso-freaking-lutely. For me, start one and flex one in a full PPR. Oh, man, I hate to go with both of the Chargers there. I'm probably going to go with Josh Kelly and Isaiah Pacheco and try to rack up as many touches as we can possibly get. Bango Shanks says, we're a month in and no calf flex. Love you guys. Bango, we don't have time to stop doing anything because we're so far behind all the time, but we will at some point. Silver Badger, my QB is Lamar.
Permission to put my calves on stream again?
No. My quarterback is Lamar. Do I start Flowers or Dell you're flexing a half PPR? I'm going with Tank Dell. P. Zoot Noob says, hey, headliners, pick two, full PPR. Garrett Wilson, Christian Kirk, Chris Godwin, Terry McLaurin. Also, well, that's a different question for this first one. Out of the picking two in a full PPR, I'm going with Kirk and Godwin. Also in a PPR, one for your flex out of Thielen, Addison, or Breece Hall. Give me Jordan Addison this week. Joseph O, half PPR flex, James Cook or DeAndre Swift. Wow. I like both of these guys. I don't want to sit either one of them. I think if you want to play it safer, it's James Cook. If you want to shoot for the high ceiling, then it's DeAndre Swift. It's just a little bit more of a gamble. Jacob Valdez, Kamara Wilson, Godwin Ford, 2-2, one running back and one flex. In this situation, I'm going to go with Kamara as your running back, and then in your flex play, give me Jerome Ford there. Jerry Medina with a 20 bomb. Appreciate you. Looking for a trade. Would you do Goddard for Pacheco? I have Musgrave. I'm pretty sure didn't we just have this type of question? Goddard for Pacheco. You have Musgrave. I mean, with Musgrave in the concussion protocol now, you'll need another tight end. I don't love to. I think you can get more for Goddard. And what I believe I said before is wait for Goddard to have a good game, and you can probably get more for him than just Pacheco, who's kind of hit and miss right now. JB. Hopkins, Brian Robinson, or Godwin in the flex. I need upside. Started Aaron Jones Thursday night. Let's go Jets. So for upside out of Hopkins, Robinson, and Godwin, I got to go with Godwin there in hopes that he can find the end zone. We have Ricky. Start Zach Moss or Devin Achane in a full PPR. Zach Moss is going to be safer. The higher ceiling is Achane. Full PPR and upside plays, what we just had there. Gonzalo Gonzalo P in the house. Trevor Lawrence or Stroud need at least 20 and a half PPR points, plus play Ridley over CD and Kyron Williams or Pierce in the same league. So for the first question, Lawrence or Stroud, I believe I have Lawrence 2 spots higher than Stroud, and then play Ridley over CD and Kyron Williams. I think if you want to play it safer, you go with Kyron Williams. I think if you want to gamble for the higher upside, then you replace Kyron Williams with Calvin Ridley. Damian Pierce in the same league, I don't think he has the same ceiling as the other two guys, though. Hunter or the Muth at tight end, a full PPR. Let's try to keep the touchdowns going with Hunter Henry. Joe P and a half PPR, 2 wide receivers and 2 flexes. We have Chase, Devontae, Waddle, Mostert, Kirk, Flowers, and James Conner. So for your 2 wide receivers, we're going to go with Jamar Chase and Jalen Waddle. And then in your 2 flex spots, we're going to go with Devontae Smith and Raheem. I'm now basically a must-start Mostert. Jordan Brown, start Anthony Richardson or Justin Fields. Right now, I have Anthony Richardson just a couple spots higher than Justin Fields. Backmat Gaming, stream Knox, Logan Thomas, or Ertz in a half PPR. Which one you got the highest, Kyle? Knox, Logan Thomas, or Ertz?
You said Ertz?
Ertz.
Ertz. I got Ertz higher.
Okay. Isaac Rodriguez, full PPR. Kirk, Nico, or Dell at the flex. In a full PPR, the safest option is probably going to be Tank Dell. Shane Howard, full PPR. Burrow or Geno. I got Burrow 1 spot higher. Fellas, also flex Ford, Moss, or Woods. The highest rank there is going to be Zach Moss for the safety. Ricky also says, questions for the tight end whisperer. Kyle, pay attention. Do we flex Jake Ferguson, Logan Thomas, or Josh Palmer, or Gerald Everett? Ferguson, Thomas, Everett,
Josh
or Palmer?
Palmer if you want the most upside.
Josh Palmer is where he's going. Darian Vasquez, that's where he became a member of Holden Chubb. That's how far behind we are, but damn it, we're trying. Michael Sepulveda, question 1 of 2. Who should I start in a full PPR flex? Palmer, Saquon, DJ Moore, Zay Flowers, Christian Kirk, and Slant Boy. So you can only start one of them? Dear Lord, only one. I think if you want to play it safe, you go Christian Kirk. If you want to gamble a little bit more, you go DJ Moore. Richard Ellis, Ridley or Kamara in my flex, full PPR. Also Lawrence or Wilson at quarterback. Let me see which one I have higher there. I have Lawrence one spot higher than Russell Wilson. Don't mind either of them this week. And then between Kamara and Ridley in your flex, if you want to play it safer, it's Kamara. If you want to gamble, it's Ridley. Lit Nick gifted 10 memberships to the Headliner Nation community out there. Thank you. Hashtag Lit Nick in the chat. Then Michael Sepulveda's other question. Who is the handsomest player? Promise I'll become a member if you answer. Oh, wait, I'm already a member. The handsomest player?
It's me.
False. Anyway, Sean McEwen also gifted 5 memberships. Thank you so much for that, Sean. Heem910. Zach Moss or Tank Dell flexing a full PPR. Zach Moss going to be safer. Higher upside going to Tank Dell. Hector Padron, it's going to be a banger. Do I drop Trevor Lawrence? No, I am not dropping Trevor Lawrence just yet. Jerry Medina says, love it, Jake. Underwear and a beer. You better I don't know about the beer. Underwear for sure. In the morning, though, probably going to be coffee. E-Man, drop Puka for Higgins or Ayuk because Kupp in a full PPR. It's crazy that Higgins and Ayuk are even available to be picked up. Now, obviously, if Cooper Kupp does come back, Puka takes a hit for sure. I mean, I think it's probably a smaller league, and honestly, if you drop Puka, he may not get claimed right away either. This week, though, in a full PPR, I do think Puka probably has the safer floor of all of those guys. Maybe not the highest ceiling rest of season, though. Ricky says, my team has so much depth that I'm killing everyone in bye weeks. One team, I have my starting running backs, tight ends, wide receivers all on bye, so I'll lose that week, but killing every other week. That's cool. I have no problems going 15 and F and 1, Ricky. Juice Vino, y'all okay with Gabe Davis over Mike Evans this week? It's a gamble, Juice. I mean, obviously, Mike Evans has been playing great, but it is a difficult matchup. Gabe Davis does have a great opportunity this week, though, to get another touchdown for the 3rd straight week. Chester D, Fields or Purdy need a sleeper tight end, and then Dell or Pickens. For Fields and Purdy, I have Fields just barely over Purdy, but Purdy is probably slightly safer, just a lower ceiling. A sleeper tight end, Kyle. You got a sleeper tight end out there? Let me see. Let me go down maybe we see
I mean, if you're looking for upside, Donald Parham from Los Angeles. He's going to be targeted in the red zone.
Yep, there you go. And Gerald Everett may be out there too. We talked about him earlier, potentially getting in the slot. As for Dell or Pickens, Dell's going to be the safer option. The bigger play potential, though, is going to be Pickens. He just doesn't see the volume, so it depends if you want to play it safer or gamble. Samuel Zizi, pick 3 out of Hollywood, Dotson, Mims, Sanders, and Johnson in a PPR. I'm trying to figure out who all that will be.
Jake.
Huh. What is that?
I literally looked down because I kicked this box over. It's from you. I had no idea it was in here.
Oh. I had no idea that. I mean, I don't even know. I don't box it. That's my kids' job. They box everything.
I went to move my foot and I kicked the box and I was like, what is that? And it had to me from you. And I was like, is this new? And it is.
Yeah. I mean, my kids pack everything up. That's their job. So I have no idea what box it looks like. Anyway, back to Samuel Zizi. Between the pick 3, I'm going to go. I'm guessing that's Roshan Johnson. I don't know which Johnson that is. So give me Hollywood, give me Mims, and give me Johnson. Samir Ismail, becoming a member of Holding Chubb. Thank you so much for becoming a membership here. Bill says, pick a flex between James Conner, Josh Palmer, Gabe Davis, Garrett Wilson, Miles Sanders. Out of those options, I'm probably going to go with James Conner there. That's a PPR 12-teamer. Also, in addition, the rest of my team is Bijan, Ramondre, Puka, Hollywood, Olave, Hunter, Purdy, Daniel Jones. Trade ideas. honestly, you don't have a ton of depth at either position, so you're not going to want to get rid of anybody of any huge value. Garrett Wilson, nobody's really going to trade for. If Gabe Davis has another big week, maybe he's somebody you can try to move. Tony Fuller, would you start Lawrence or Richardson in a half PPR? Right now, I have Richardson just a couple spots higher, only by one spot, actually. Shagnificent, would you trade Garrett Wilson for Miles Sanders? Yes, I would, because Garrett Wilson is going to be too up and down all year long. Fear Boner just upgraded his membership to full chub. He's got 2 hands worth of it right now. Start 2 quarterbacks out of Richardson, Pickett, Watson, and O'Connell. If we knew Watson was going to be healthy, it would be him and Richardson, but because we don't, I'm going to go with Richardson and Pickett. JL Green, DJ Moore, Tank Dell, or Tutu Atwell. Don't know how many you need if you want to play it safer. It's Tank Dell. If you want to gamble a little bit more, that's when it becomes DJ Moore. And it scrolled on me, so hang on a second.
Atwell, Godwin, or Madison, and then Njoku or Parham. You got to go Parham, because what I saw earlier was that Njoku could miss this week because he's got burns from a home accident, which I haven't seen the entire story on that.
He was like trying to start a fire in the fire pit or something and got burned.
And then Atwell, Godwin, or Madison. Madison is going to be your safest bet there.
All right. Sammy says the Vikings defense or the Houston defense. Let's see. I have the Houston. Where's Houston at? I have the Houston defense just one spot higher. What's Kyle? Kyle's got some goodies in his hands.
Look at that. Look at that. It's not focusing.
No, you can't focus. Focus. It's not going to focus.
So sick.
Woo. It's pretty. Chat Tut Golf. Welcome to Holden Chubb as well. DG, pick one wide receiver for the flex, Chris Godwin or Christian Kirk. I'm going to go with Christian Kirk. Bill, pick 2 running backs in a flex. We got Ramondre Mostert, Achan, Kamara, Lockett, Myers, Jacobs in a 12-team PPR. 2 running backs in a flex. I'm going to start Josh Jacobs as 1 running back. I'm going to start Raheem Mostert as 1 running back. And then at your flex spot, if you want to play it somewhat safer, you go Tyler Lockett. If you want to gamble, then you go with Ramondre Stevenson. Anthony B., welcome to Holden Chubb. Boone, should I trade my Brian Robinson and Algier to get Higgins? I'll still have K9, Kyron, and Ford. I don't know which wide receivers you have. I mean, if you're desperate for wide receivers, then I don't hate it. But really, you're super reliant on Jerome Ford and Kyron Williams for the rest of the season if you trade away Brian Robinson. So that's a little bit of a risk. If you're willing to accept the risk, I don't hate it. But just know there's a lot of risk going into that trade. Mark Andrews for Amari and Kittle. In my opinion, Mark is slept on. What do you think? So Amari and Kittle for Mark Andrews. I mean, obviously, I think it's a little bit of an upgrade there at tight end. You lose Amari Cooper. If you still have at least 3 solid wide receivers on your roster after Amari Cooper, then I don't mind it. If that's going to be like, if that's going to keep you super thin at wide receiver, then I don't know if I want to, take that risk. Maybe there's some wide receivers on the waiver wire that you can go out there and grab just for some added depth. If that's an option, then for sure I don't hate it. Jay Schmo, welcome to Holden Chubb. Anthony, full PPR, benching Lamar and Zay Flowers, starting Russell Wilson, Calvin Ridley, Tank Dell, and DJ Moore in the slot. Thoughts? I don't hate it. Honestly, I mean, I understand the concerns going against that Cleveland defense. Russell has a great matchup. Overall, though, I don't think there's any issues with what you're doing there. I get it. Hopefully Lamar doesn't burn those people who do bench him, though. Kyle, the tight end whisperer, Ricky needs to know Dawson Knox or Kylan Granson in a full PPR.
Give me Granson.
Brian Norleen, grade my team, please. I traded Zach Moss and Zay Flowers and received Josh Jacobs and Jordan Addison. I love that. For sure love that. Also, Justin Fields or Anthony Richardson this week. I have A-Rich a little bit higher. And then you also have DJ Moore in that league. I love it overall.
Look at that shine.
That's pretty solid right there. Oh, wow. Now you're going to lower the value of it. But yeah, love that trade. Love the overall team for sure. Servando Briggs, Thank you so much for the $4.99 donation.
Servando!
Luis Alcantar says full team 12 PPR or full PPR 12 teamer. We have Herbert, Puka, Kirk, Monty, Stevenson, Hunter, Henry, Palmer. On the bench, you have Barkley, Ford, Hunt, DJ Moore, Downs, and Richardson. Who should I drop for Deontay and Jameson Williams? Ooh. I mean, if this is a 2-quarterback league, you don't need 2 quarterbacks. I mean, excuse me, if this is just a 1-quarterback league, you don't need 2 quarterbacks. So honestly, if you have Justin Herbert already, if you want to really drop 2, then Downs and Richardson would be the options that I go with right there. If you kind of want to keep those just for like insurance purposes, Downs for sure is going to be one that I drop if I have to choose right there. The other one, though, if you want to keep your quarterback, it's probably going to be Josh Palmer, and that's a little bit of a risk. I need another drink for a second, Kyle. We have been talking nonstop for 2 hours.
Scooby and a half PPR, 1 flex. James Conner or George Pickens? Give me James Conner. If I email you guys my team for Rate My Teams this week, are you doing Rate My Teams this week?
I think Ethan and Mac are.
Then can they email it?
The best thing I can tell you is go to the injury video from this week and leave a comment, and then the doc will see it, and he'll be able to tell you where he can get them all at.
Okay, do that. Full PPR, Lockett or Addison in the flex? I'm going to go with Addison. Half PPR, need RB2, Cook or Mostert? I've got Cook higher this week. Cook, Mostert, Kirk, or DJ Moore? Give me Mostert there then. DJ Moore or Tank Dell? Give me DJ Moore for more upside. Swift, Madison, or Kyron in a PPR? Give me Swift. Puka or one of the running backs? Give me, since it's PPR, I can go with Puka there. Are you going to keep going again, or do you want me to keep going?
I'm going to go in just a second.
Okay.
You can do another 2.
Start 2. Mixon, Cook, Swift, and Kamara. Give me Cook and Swift. Do we think Achane repeats from last week? Absolutely not. If Achane runs for over 200 yards and 4 touchdowns, no. I was going to say something, but I don't want to go down that route.
That's rough right there. Bill says, pick a flex 12-team PPR. Thielen, James Conner, Ford, Gabe Davis, DeAndre Hopkins, also Danny Dimes or Purdy in a 4-point per reception? In other words, just a PPR league, I'm guessing. So in a 12-teamer, Thielen, Connor, Ford, Davis, or D-Hop, just one of those for your flex. Safest floor, probably going to be James Conner. If you want to shoot for some higher upside, it becomes Gabe Davis. For your quarterback between Dimes and Purdy, I'm personally going with Brock Purdy. Roughneck Raider, who has a higher trade value, Stevenson or Kyron Williams, trying to get a first and a second for a dynasty league? I don't know if you're going to get that for either one of those guys just right now. I mean, Ramondre Stevenson's value is super low right now, but once he has a big game, it's going to absolutely skyrocket again. So I hate to just sell him super low. Kyron Williams, yeah, he's getting a lot of volume, but he's not putting up huge points. So I don't know if you're going to be able to get that return. You may have to wait for a couple weeks and have Ramondre get a bigger game, bigger performance.
Just a quick PSA. I have turned super chats off because we are so far behind, and I can't see them for some reason tonight. So yeah, Jake has been answering all the super chats, and he's pretty far behind. So I've shut them off for the time being. So if you're trying to send a super chat, that's why.
Yeah. Otherwise, we'll never get caught up, and we'll be here until it's time for the morning stream tomorrow.
Yeah.
Lee Barton with a $10 donation. Thank you so much for that, Lee. Jordan Price, welcome to Holden Chubb. Batmac Gaming, Stream Knox, Logan Thomas, or Ertz in a half PPR. I'm going to go with Ertz in that one. Juice Man 503, 14-team full PPR. Pickens, Ridley, Tank Dell, Zach Moss, Ramondre Stevenson if he counts. I need one wide receiver and one flex. Also Sam Howell or Justin Fields rest of season. I'm still going Justin Fields rest of season right there. For the other question in a full PPR, you need one wide receiver and one flex. For your one wide receiver, I think if you want to play it safe overall, you go Tank Dell and Zach Moss at flex. If you want to gamble a little bit more, then it becomes George Pickens and Zach Moss as your flex. Python 192003, hashtag rip and roll versus let it flow. Probably missed it, but hey, Python, we've been going nonstop for 2 hours here. I never go through all my drinks, and all my drinks are almost gone. We have Isaac, welcome to Holden Chubb. Appreciate the membership there. John Jacobs, full PPR, sit one out of Higgins, Stevenson, Moss, and Ayuk. I hate to do it, but as of right now, I think if you want... I hate to sit Ramondre Stevenson. I know it's a crazy difficult matchup going up against Dallas, but James Conner just ran all over them last week. And Ramondre Stevenson, I kind of feel is better overall than James Conner. Either one of these guys can win your matchup. It's between Higgins and Stevenson. If you want to play it safer, you probably sit Stevenson. That's probably the safer option, even though I hate to do that. Julio Pena becoming a member for the 19th month. Start one wide receiver, one running back, and one flex in the PPR. Pittman, Cooper, Etienne, Mostert, and Walker. One wide receiver out of that group is going to be Michael Pittman, and your running back is going to be Kenneth Walker. Your flex play is then going to be between Etienne and Mostert for me. Right now, I'm probably going to gamble because the other options are pretty safe. Give me Raheem. I'm now a must-start Mostert. John Valdez, flex Pickens, Gabe Davis, Lamb, running back Hall or Connor. I'll go Connor over Hall. And then the other one, Pickens, Gabe Davis, or Lamb. I just can't sit CeeDee Lamb just yet. I know it's a difficult matchup, but I can't do it. I am God XX. Need a flex, Ford, Dell, Zay Flowers, or Atwell. If you can only do one, if this is a full PPR, I'm going with Tank Dell. Anything else, give me Jerome Ford. Chris Rosado, 10-team, half PPR, King Henry, Miles Sanders, Godwin, and Hunter Henry for Jacobs, Waddle, and Goddard. Who won this trade? Jacobs, Waddle, and Goddard. Give me the Jacobs, Waddle, and Goddard side is the side that I would take as winning that trade overall rest of season. Juan Fonseca. Guys, need a wide receiver and a flex. We got Nico, Gabe Davis, Kirk, Stevenson, and Kamara. Half PPR, headliners or bust. Appreciate you, Juan. So for your wide receiver there, wide receiver and a flex. I'm going to go for your wide receiver as Christian Kirk, and then your flex, if you want to play it safer, it's Alvin Kamara. If you want to gamble, it becomes Ramondre Stevenson. Frank Garcia, Russell Wilson, or Burrow. Thanks, Jake and Kyle. Right now, I have Russell Wilson a couple spots higher than Burrow. We just got to see Burrow get a little bit healthier. I don't hate starting Joe Burrow. There's just more risk there. Lee Barton, full PPR trade, Derrick Henry for Miles Sanders and Gabe Davis. I wouldn't do that just yet, only because Miles Sanders isn't 100% healthy. I'm keeping Derrick Henry. Crawl Josie, welcome to Holden Chubb. Henry Spicer, Thielen, Kirk, Dell, Judy, half PPR, pick 2, please, and thank you. 2 out of those options, give me Christian Kirk and Tank Dell. E-Man, rest of season question. I have Tank Hill, Keenan Allen, Olave, and Mike Evans. Would you drop Puka right before game time to pick up T. Higgins or Ayuk in case because of Cup in an 8-man league? So similar to that same question before, I don't hate that. I mean, obviously, being that it's a smaller league, you're going to have some great options on the waiver wire each and every week, so it's not going to overly hurt you. So that's not a bad idea if you want to do it that way. That way nobody can pick them up and use them this week. O'Dory Hines, half PPR. Am I starting Hall, Myers, or Ridley? If it's me, I'm gambling and still going Ridley. Chico 410 with a 20 bomb. Appreciate you, Chico. What's up, guys? Need one wide receiver, one running back, and a flex. Nico, Gabe Davis, Pacheco, A-Chain, Hopkins, or Hunt in a half PPR. Am I nuts for wanting to start CJ over Lamar? Thank you. You're not nuts. Not at all. Personally, I still have Lamar a little bit higher just for that rushing upside. For the other question, though, your one wide receiver is going to be... Everybody else is somewhat of a gamble. So I play it a little bit safer at wide receiver. It's going to be Nico Collins. Your running back is going to be Devon Achane. And your flex play, I'm going to go with Gabe Davis there and hope for that touchdown. Justin James Legados, start 1.5 PPR flex. Judy, Pickens, or Collins. Only one of them in a half PPR. If you want to play it safest, it's probably Jerry Judy. If you're shooting for a little bit of a higher upside, then it's George Pickens. There's just a little bit more of a gamble. And it scrolled on me. Hold on.
I've been trying again to get into Super Chats, and I can't.
It's okay.
Every time I change it, it says chat disconnected.
So weird. I think I found it right here. Yes. Jaquan Sharif. Myers and Christian Kirk for Puka and Higgins. Is this a good trade? Myers and Kirk for Puka and Higgins. I mean, Puka is going to be losing a lot of value if Cooper Kupp comes back. So, I mean, it really depends what you really get on that side of the trade. I don't know which side you're getting. I'm guessing you're giving Myers and Kirk for Puka and Higgins. I like Higgins rest of season. So I don't hate it. This is a fairly even trade just because we don't know about what's going to happen with Cooper Kupp for sure just yet. Anthony Serrano, Tank Dell, or Debo in the flex. Right now, with Debo being so banged up, I'm going with Tank Dell. You have DK and St. Brown as your wide receivers. Dell has 10 a.m. start, and Debo's game time decision will be after that. Yeah, I'm going with Tank Dell. Joseph Davis, flex Mostert, Judy, Hopkins, Terry, Palmer, and a PPR. I'm going to continue to go with Raheem. I'm just now a must start Mostert there. I mean, all these guys have like some type of risk involved with them, so it's not like one of them is any safer than the other. So give me the super high ceiling of Mostert. Black Rain 79-20, Joe Burrow or Russell against my team's sorry defense. I mean, like I said, right now Russell is higher than Joe Burrow, and that's just for the risk because we don't know how healthy Joe Burrow is going to be. But Joe Burrow also has a great matchup this week. If you'd rather play it a little bit safer, it's Russell. Joe Burrow's a little bit more of a gamble. Justin gifted 1 membership to Headliner Nation. Thank you so much, Justin. Mark Seif Jr., full PPR, start 2. James Cook, Kamara, or Stevenson. I'm going with James Cook for one of them. If you'd rather play it safest in a full PPR next, it would be Alvin Kamara. Strop City Ram, 10-team, full PPR. Fields, St. Brown, Ridley, Puka, Pollard, Eckler, Laporta, Kamara, Amari Cooper, Flowers, Michael Thomas, Christian Watson, Zach Moss, Dell, Stroud. IR is Taylor and Deontay Johnson. Rate my team. Love you guys. So overall, you have great wide receiver depth. You're going to be fine at running back once Eckler comes back. I mean, you've kind of been hurting without him for right now. You have some decent depth all around. That's a solid 8 out of 10 team right there, a high B for sure. Kingsman Painting, Mostert for Henry. Would you trade Mostert for Henry? Is that your question? I don't know what other running backs you have. If you still have 3 other solid running backs, then yeah, I do that for sure. If you are absolutely 100% reliant on starting Raheem Mostert right now, then maybe you hold off like another week or so. But honestly, if you can get Derrick Henry for Raheem Mostert, that's a great trade and for the rest of the season. Austin J, wide receiver 2. Your league, you have Kirk, Flowers, Nico, and Lamb. Flex 1, Saints or Broncos D. So one of the Kirk, Flowers, Nico, or Lamb, it's got to be CeeDee Lamb. I just can't sit a stud in week 4 of the season. And then between the Saints and the Broncos D, I mean, I don't think we could start the Broncos D. Like, I mean, they just gave up 70, right? So give me the Saints defense. And then Kyle Tomsich. Ridley or Cooper. Cooper's banged up and hurt right now, so give me Ridley. Gabriel Martin becoming a member for the 4th month. Would you guys start Tank Dell over AK-41? Well, at least we got the number right. Michael Pittman or Javonte Williams, standard league scoring. Would you guys start Tank Dell over Alvin Kamara? I believe Tank Dell is probably a safer floor play than Alvin Kamara. Alvin Kamara obviously has a higher ceiling, I would think. We just don't know what to expect in his first game back. Out of Pittman or Javonte Williams, in a standard scoring league, the higher touchdown upside, I have to think that Javonte Williams gets an opportunity at a goal line touchdown this week. I think he's a little bit safer in a standard league. Ricky has one more tight end whisperer question here. Granson or Parham, Kyle?
Granson.
Dustin Bramer becoming a member of Holding Chubb. And then Aaron Northcutt becoming a member for the 12th month, pick 5.5 PPR. Mike Evans, DK Metcalf, Devin Achan, Javonte Williams, Stevenson, Tank Dell, Myers, also in a full PPR, Justin Fields, or Purdy. So pick 5.5 PPR. Mike Evans, DK Metcalf, Tank Dell, Ramondre Stevenson, and Devon Achan. And then out of Justin Fields or Purdy, I have Fields slightly higher, only by 1 spot. If you'd rather play it safer, Purdy is the safer play. Fields just has a great matchup and an opportunity for a huge ceiling at some point. Kyle, I think I caught up.
All caught up?
I caught up. Robert Mitchell just became a member of Holding Chubb.
You're
Welcome,
not caught
Robert.
up now.
Welcome. Man, that 2 hours and 15 minutes straight talking.
You know,
And we're going to wake up and I'm going to do it again tomorrow,
doing
Kyle.
our thing.
Tomorrow morning, I'm
I
guessing.
know.
What time do you usually do it? Like 11:30?
Yeah, I go for about an hour and a half right up until kickoff.
All right, so I'm going to plan on being live around 11:30 a.m. tomorrow for our members only stream, filling in for Kyle so he can go watch baseball.
I'm going to go watch baseball.
I'm going to be sitting here. I'm probably going to get dressed, but the TV is going to be on. I'm going to be watching the game for the most part, hanging out with the members in the morning.
I just threw some underdog pick'ems in real quick.
Was that what you were doing while I was talking to death?
I decided I might do a little research here real quick, throw in a few pick'ems.
Yeah.
To drop in Discord for the Discord fam.
Cool. I like it. I like it. I'll go ahead and turn this back on for a couple minutes while we wrap up the evening. We got about 15 more minutes, Kyle. About 15 more minutes, then we're going to call it. Are you doing a break or something pretty soon?
I am. I'm going to do a break real quick.
After this?
Mm-hmm.
What are you opening?
We have a box of 2023 Mosaic Football.
I like it.
We'll be ripping that open tonight. Make me rich, Kyle. You make me rich.
Yeah.
Rich in love.
That's right. Henry Spicer, Dell, Thielen, Judy, Kirk. Pick 2 of them. Safest plays are Dell and Judy. If you want to gamble, it's Dell and Kirk. Max Skills 001. Pick 1 to start. Nico Collins or Mike Evans. Komet or Henry. Etienne, Stevenson, Kamara, Achane. So only 1 of each. I'm going to go with Mike Evans. I'm going to go with Hunter Henry. And I'm going to go with, doesn't say if this is full PPR or not, but I'm going to go with Travis Etienne as the running back. That's right. You feeling the flow right now, Kyle?
I'm just more tired.
Have you woken up some? I mean,
no, not really. I'm just getting more tired.
Oh, yeah, the super early game tomorrow. TB13. You kidding says you work for us. We own you. Fact check, not the case. John
That's
Jacobs,
like...
I remember reading your super chat. I read it out loud. I remember your name. It was probably a good 15 minutes ago.
That reminds me of people who talk to cops or government officials, and they're like, "My taxes pay your salary." That's kind of accurate, but not really.
Yes. Kind of, yes. Coming into a fantasy football stream to say it though, that's some serious SDE, Kyle. Devang Patel. Please help Ridley, Ayuk, or Madison in the flex. For me, a good mixture of floor and ceiling is going to be Brandon Ayuk. Alex L. Half PPR start 2. Isaiah Pacheco, Tank Dell, Christian Kirk. I'm going to go with Tank Dell and Christian Kirk there in a half PPR scoring. Anna was not here tonight. She had a wedding to attend to, so she got the night off tonight. Whether we were going to say yes or no, she was going to take it. But she's deserved it, and she's earned it. She's at all of our streams. She probably works as much for us as she does for her normal job. Maybe not. But it's worth a shot. No, she wasn't getting married. She was just at a wedding.
Yeah. She was at her sister's wedding, not her wedding.
Her sister's wedding, yeah.
Yes, I will. I'll drop screenshots of those props that I've been going through in Discord later on. I found a couple decent ones. The optimizer isn't showing much. The optimizer has 2 green plays for tomorrow.
Oh, yeah?
So I'm going back through the sports book again.
Perfect.
You know what really stinks? So I put that baseball one in the other day. Because, so on Friday, yesterday, I got ready to do the live show. And it popped up a bunch of green plays for baseball. So I was like, you know what? Let's put a baseball one in real quick. My Aaron Judge one hit halfway through the game. Then the Matt Olson one, he, in his very first at bat, because I had over 2 hits plus runs plus RBIs. And he tied it in his first at bat, and they pulled him after he hit 1 time. And then my third pick didn't even play. He wasn't even in the lineup, so I only got my money back.
Well, I guess it's better than losing money.
Oh, yeah, but I was like, I felt that one.
Yeah. Dustin Bremer, full PPR, 2 wide receivers, 1 flex at a 2-2-4, Judy and Thielen. Your 2 wide receivers, I'm going to go with Tutu and Judy, and then your flex play would be Jerome Ford. Yeah. E-Man, did you get my last super chat right before Alex L didn't hear it? Yes, that was T. Higgins or Brand. Oh, T. Higgins or Brandon Ayuk rest of season. At this point, I don't remember. I read so many straight. Rest of season for me right now, though, is probably still going to be slightly T. Higgins because we're starting to get a healthier Joe Burrow. Ayuk just seems to be banged up a lot. So if it's me still as of right now, I'm leaning towards T. Higgins. Alex Hurtado, appreciate the support out there. Aaron Northcutt, more technical question. Tank Dell, Achan, Stevenson, I'm guessing Javonte Williams. Who's the best 2.5? 2.5? How do I choose a half? I don't know how I could do that. Tank Dell would be one of them. I'm trying to understand what you're saying. I guess it's maybe best 2.5 PPR is maybe what you're saying. And a half PPR. That would be Tank Dell. And I would probably go with Ramondre Stevenson if you'd rather have it the safety. If you'd rather just gamble for the upside, then it's Dell and Achan. Let's see here.
All right, here's a couple that I'm feeling really good about.
All right, well, hang on. Let me finish a couple of these real quick because there's a couple
Okay.
super chats that came in here at the very
Who wants a few pick'ems to play on Underdog tomorrow? Let me know in the chat.
Weird. So now my chat has stopped giving me all the super chats and says I'm disconnected.
Oh, see, it's doing me too.
So
Did
that's
you
probably
get...
why people are saying that I missed some super chats is because they're not coming in on my side. Let me go back over here on this other side.
Ryan Thompson, did you get him? Flex, Zach Moss, James Cook, Flowers, or Kyron?
Hang on, I gotta find it.
That was after Aaron Northcutt said more technical question.
I don't think so yet.
Okay, Ryan Thompson, Zach Moss, James Cook, Flowers, or Kyron? I have James Cook higher.
All right, hang on. While we're dealing with this issue,
Another one, full PPR, quarterback Tua or Lamar. We're going to go with Tua over Lamar. And flex Cooper, Gabe Davis, or Lockett. We're going to go with Gabe Davis there.
Okay, here's a couple that I don't know if I did or not. Henry Spicer out of Thielen, Kirk, Dell, Judy. Half PPR, pick 2, please. That one would have been Dell and Kirk. E-Man said, rest of season question. I have Tyreek Hill, Keenan Allen, Chris Olave, Mike Evans. Would you drop Puka right before? Okay, we did that one. I remember talking about dropping Puka right before. Dory Hines had a half PPR. Am I starting Hall, Myers, or Ridley? It was Ridley. Got this one. Yeah, the chat is like totally disconnected on my side now. I have no other chat either.
Someone sent a super sticker for $50.
Really?
That's what somebody just said. All right, so everybody, if you send a super chat and you're still watching right now and we missed it, like, big apologies. But we are having, like, every time I try to change from, because YouTube has a new thing this year where you can, like, sort your chats. You have, like, live chat, you have, like, top chat, and you have super chats where you can see, or it's called fan funding, where you can see super stickers, super chats, memberships, everything like that. Like 15 minutes into the stream, mine stopped working. And if I tried to switch to fan funding so I could see all the super chats, it would not let me. And now Jake's is as well. So Rory Powell asked, do you think JSN breakout happens this year or next? It will probably be next year. It will probably be next year. Just because they have so many weapons right now. You kidding? Tank Dell or Jacoby in a full PPR? Give me Tank Dell this week.
Yep, no GG.
And another one. I got you already. So that should be everything that we've seen. John, that was you. John Jacob said he sent a $50 super sticker. John, really, really appreciate you. Apologies that we did not give you a shout out.
I don't even see it on our side.
Yeah, I don't see it on mine, and I still cannot switch. Every time I try to switch, it says chat disconnected.
Yeah.
And
weird.
then when I
It's like-
switch back to live chat, it says successfully connected.
Weird. Look at this. Is this what yours looks like? Oops. Let me see.
And now I'm not seeing any chats.
Look at that's what my chat says now,
Yep, that's
and
what
it does,
mine's
and
doing
it
too.
doesn't move. Like it's just frozen
Yep,
and has
I have-
nothing but saying disconnected.
I have to refresh before it reconnects. All right, let me give you some of those. Let me get you
Fresh
some of
pick'ems.
those.
The pick'ems.
E-Man said it seems like maybe it was just like 3 or 4. So hopefully
mean,
that's true.
Hopefully.
Let me give you some pick'ems real quick. Some pick'ems that I really, really like. Mac Jones higher than 212.5 passing yards is showing up as a potential for tomorrow. Joe Burrow lower than 265.5 passing yards. Brock Purdy lower than 233.5 passing yards. Russell Wilson higher than 242.5 passing yards. Why not us? Welcome into the excessive Chubb tier of our memberships. Thanks so much for joining and becoming a member of the exclusive Headliner Nation.
Heck yeah.
Trevor Lawrence lower than 240 passing yards. Justin Fields lower than 28.5 passing attempts. And Bryce Young lower than 215.5 passing yards. Those are
Yeah.
some of the main ones that I just saw that are looking like really solid right now.
Yeah, it's hard to take anything over on Bryce Young right now.
Kyle came in clutch for the baseball picks yesterday. Hit on Ozuna, Acuna, and Judge. Yes, let's go.
What I'm talking about.
Love it.
Yeah, but like I said, if we missed anything, let us know here for the next couple minutes. YouTube acting a fool tonight with the chat going absolutely crazy. Maybe we overloaded the chat on YouTube.
I mean, we
Maybe
had
we
like
did.
1,200 people at one point.
Yeah, something like that. If you haven't been here yet, or if you just got here, be sure to hit the like button though. 743 likes. Can we hit to 1,000? Eric Zapata has become a member of Holden Chubb now. Thank you so much, Eric. Welcome.
You said
Be sure if you
Zapata?
guys-
What if it's Zapata?
I don't know if that makes a lot of sense. I'm pretty sure it's Zapata.
Why would it make sense?
I don't know. It just doesn't sound like phonically correct. E-Man Lazare, appreciate you out there as well. If
What
Sanders is
it's
out, are we?
Lazar?
Oh my gosh. If Sanders is out, are we going Roshan Johnson or Brian Robinson Jr.? I'm probably leaning towards B. Rob still, even though it's a tough matchup.
B-Rob is safer.
Yeah, he just gets a lot of volume. See? Jake is right. Zapata just doesn't make any phonic sense. It's Zapata.
What?
What?
Burger King messed up Snake Eyes order tonight.
Burger King kind of be struggling lately around my house. We don't go there very often, but they've been riding the struggle bus themselves here.
I got myself some Burger King the other day.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I still like Burger King. I don't care what people think. I still like it. Is streaming quarterbacks in a 10-man league a way to go? I mean, I guess it depends. If you're in a league full of guys that carry 2 or 3 quarterbacks sometimes, which is nuts, then maybe not working for you. But if there's a ton of options on the waiver wire, I don't hate it.
Daniel, let me hit your question since you're not sure if it was answered. I got to play 2 out of Christian Kirk, Puka, MT, and DJ Moore in a full PPR.
Yep, I think I remember it was Kirk and Puka if he wants to play it safe this
Okay.
week. If he wants to gamble more, it'd be Kirk and DJ Moore.
Oh, John, you did not send a $50 sticker.
Oh.
Never
Okay,
mind then,
That's
John.
probably why we didn't see anything.
All right, John. Well, I take my thank you back then. Screw you. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Awesome. Whopper with cheese today. A lot of people eating some Burger King lately. Okay, Kyle.
You know what they called me back in the day, right? I was the Burger King.
I don't think
Gotta
anybody
have
ever
Coops.
called you that.
Gotta have Coops. Can't get in without Coops. The
What is
BK
that?
Lounge, baby.
What is Coops?
Coops.
Coupons? Oh,
Can't get in without Coops. Can't get into the BK Lounge.
wow. All right.
Why not us with a $5 super chat? Appreciate you. Why not us?
Kyle, do you want to tell the people what you're going to be doing here, and then we'll give you some time to go ahead and go get live?
I'm going to be live at 11:45 on Headliner Breaks. I've already posted a link to that stream in the chat. If you want to come watch us rip some football cards for a little bit, potentially join in some at some point in time, follow that link, hit the subscribe button, trying to get that channel to 1,000 subscribers.
There you go.
Justin, celebrating a month of excessive chub. Hey, guys, not sure if you saw my question. Need one for the flex. A Chan, Evans, Thomas, Flowers, or Myers. I play standard and had Gibbs play on Thursday. Appreciate you. Probably looking for upside then. I'm going to go with Chan.
I don't hate it. All right. It's 11:30 p.m. Eastern time.
We
Kyle's
missed a
gonna-
Jeezy's $1 million donation.
Oh, damn. I don't know if I'd miss something like that. All right.
E-Man Lazar with another 99-cent donation. Appreciate you.
What if it's Lazare?
Lazare.
All right, and then for all the new members, be sure to link your Discord to YouTube so you can join us there in Discord. It's super easy. All you got to do, go to Discord, settings, connections, new, YouTube, and then log into your YouTube account inside of Discord. It'll automatically recognize your membership and add you to our server. A lot of great people in that Discord that just like to talk football and have a good time. And then I will be live once again in 12 hours from right now at 11:30 a.m. Eastern time for a members-only stream taking you up to kickoff for tomorrow's games.
I would say go get your beauty sleep, but we know
Not enough hours in the day, Kyle.
no amount's going to help.
No amount's going to help at all.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for Jake and I tonight. We're going to get out of here. Once again, if you send a super chat, for some reason we didn't answer it, YouTube was acting up tonight. We really apologize. We thank you for the support. Get Discord added in there so you guys can be in there with us. We appreciate you all. Stay safe, stay healthy. Have a great week 4 for your fantasy teams. Unless you didn't hit the like button tonight, then I hope that you're the lowest scoring team in your league until the fourth quarter just to make you sweat it out. All right, we're going to get out of here. Peace out, everybody. Have a good one.
When the game on the line, you can't fold and you can't bend. Y'all be playing it safe and I be going for the win. Remember back when they was